Hey everyone. I don't even know what date it is, Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. Sorry about yesterday. I had a migraine that started Sunday night. It started getting better through the night and then it came back full force. And then when I woke up yesterday morning, it was lingering and I thought I could postpone and eat some lunch and take some Motrin but it just didn't want to go away. So feeling much better today. Hey old dog and Spire. I don't know if you're still here, but get some sleep, sweetie. I know it's late there. Thanks for stopping by. And old dog, it's good to see you. I missed my Monday with Zach yesterday because of my stupid migraine. And I had messaged Zach and asked him if he wanted to do it a different day this week or postpone to next Monday. And he said, "Well, I could do today at 2:30." He's like, "Then I may be taking 30 days away from YouTube." And I'm like, "All right, let's do it." Cuz I get it. I mean, the days that I took off prior to my surgery, getting my apartment ready and doing things to recover. And then even yesterday, by the time that my migraine had fully dissipated, I just enjoyed the night. I listened to um, a little bit of a couple of streams last night, like Baker, but I didn't even go in the chat because I don't know, like YouTube is draining sometimes. I think we all know that, you know? Um, Especially with the drama that's going on and especially in the communities that most of the people that hang in my chat go in. It's a lot. And even when it's funny and you know things are spoken about in a joking manner, sometimes it's just exhausting to listen to. At least that's how I feel. I don't know if that's how other people feel. I know sometimes people get a kick out of it and think it's funny every time they watch like Jolene and that. I just even come to the point where I wasn't even watching Jolene because I just needed a break from all of this mess. um, and you would think that by now it would just go away. Like, uh, I don't fully understand why. Um, well, I take that back. Psychologically speaking, I understand why certain people just love the attention and will do anything and to get it, good or bad. That I get. Um, it's I don't understand the focus or almost obsession that a certain creator has with Baker. I just don't get it. Hey, old dog says, been very tired, so I know what you mean, kind of. I have insomnia, so I'm almost always tired, but sometimes it's just good to do other things. Exactly. And it's like, it's always good to do other things. I mean, we all need to log off now and then. Um, it, the online world is, it can be consuming. And especially now that I stream myself, you have to almost force yourself to just not even log off YouTube, just log off like technology, like even TV and the internet or gaming or because I do all of the above. I play games on my phone. I used to play games on an Xbox, but I don't have my Xbox anymore. I broke Um, it's just like I love to read. I love to do puzzles, and when you spend so much time on the internet, especially social media, it can be a very I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It just can be consuming, like, and it just can put you, even if it's not like all bad, it's just the mental space of constantly being online and in the virtual world and not like relating to people in real life. It's just, I don't know. To me, it's draining. But I have insomnia too. Hey, Scott. I have insomnia really bad. Like I've had insomnia for I don't even know how long, 15 years, maybe even longer. I don't know. Um, like I don't even have a regular sleep schedule. It's just it is what it is, you know. Um, yes, it's consuming and overwhelming. Hey Taylor, hi, good to see you. Exactly. It's overwhelming, um, consuming, and sometimes you don't even realize like it's very easy to get sucked in to the drama of it all because there's drama everywhere on YouTube. It isn't just like it isn't just these two creators, you know, or three or four, whatever. There's drama everywhere. It's crazy. All my life since childhood, huh? Yeah, I mean, I used to sleep really good as a teenager. I'll be honest. It wasn't until my actually it wasn't even until my divorce when um I could still sleep in on a Saturday when I was married if my son was sleeping in, you know, but I get divorced when my son was 3, so it's hard to even remember what my sleep schedule was like then because when you have a kid and a baby, especially, you know, you sleep when they sleep. That's how it is. um, hey, Nikki C, how are you? It's good to see you too, hon. Thanks for being here, you guys. I know a lot of other people are live right now too. Um, I took a quick peek because I wasn't really watching YouTube today. I listened to Baker this morning as well. I wasn't in the chat um, going over that case. I can't even remember the name of it now, but those two smiling sisters that got arrested for that case in Texas. Um, Roasting to death down here in the deep south. Ugh. That's how we were last week up here. I have to say, I don't even know what today the temperature, let's see, it's 86, and that's our high today is 86. Which isn't that bad considering last week it was well into the 90s. It was blistering and humid. I mean, when we get that hot up here in Michigan, it's just hard to breathe. It's fucking hard to breathe the minute you go outside because of the humidity. Your brain fights sleep. Old dog, yeah, mine too. Mine too. I'm 5'7", 57, 3 adult kids, 8 granddaughters, and sleep about 5 hours a day. Sleep's overrated. um, yeah. I mean, wow, 8 granddaughters. Wow, that's a handful. Um, I have to say, I only have one adult child and no grandkids yet. Hopefully not for a little while. Um, but you know, And that's why it's funny that now is the time, um, now that my son's out on his own, that, this is all about me time now. I'm single, I'm an empty nester. It's just me. I have no like responsibilities to anyone else, per se, but you'd think that this is the time that I would be able to sleep, but I with it's partly the medical condition, pain kept me up for many, many years. And then, I've had anxiety that I've dealt with, the racing minds. And now that even though my pain is under control, my anxiety is mostly under control, I still can't sleep. So it sucks. 3 to 16 years old. Holy molies. That is a wide range. Eight grandkids. Toddler to teenager, huh? That's wow. It's a lot of caffeine. I bet. So, 91 with a ton of humidity down. Oh, see, it's that humidity that kills you in the heat, right? Like I like it's like days like today, like I don't even know what the humidity is today. I have to check. Let me see if I can check. Hold on. Um let's see. Our humidity is 47%. I was gonna say it can't be that high because um I always check like I haven't gone outside technically. I always open my windows. Excuse me. Or I'll crack my window open to see how hot it is and stuff, and how humid it is. And it seemed pretty nice this morning, which was, different. Like I said, than last week it was just hot and humid all week. Thankfully, because I'm still, recovering and stuff, I'm really not going anywhere. So I do have my lovely air conditioner that Baker constantly says makes us sick. I don't get it. I disagree. I don't know what it is. I kept trying to tell him in his chat that viruses and bacteria make you sick, not the cold. But hi, Carla. Welcome. Good to see you. Um, I sent the link to Zach, so hopefully he will be joining. Because this was kind of a last minute thing, I just don't know when he will. So we'll just kind of hang out until he does. And because I did it, and the reason I did it so last minute is because if Zach's going to take 30 days off YouTube, he's going to miss hope. I guess I'm hoping in a way. I know it sounds bad, I guess, that way, but I'm almost at 500 subscribers and I have some amazing, amazing fucking people. Um, just out of nowhere, posted some stuff for me to hype up my channel to get me to 500 subscribers. I'm down to only needing 39 more subs and I will be at 500 and getting monetized. So if Zach takes 30 days off the tubes, um, he's going to miss my celebration. So it's going to be a bittersweet thing because of all people, like Zach. It's funny that he's doing this now too, because it was a big running joke for the longest time was like, get me to 500 subscribers and Chaos B, the other Mary B, gets to vanquish Zach. And then now he's kind of vanquishing himself before I even get to 500 subscribers. uh, I just saw Nate Taylor. You said it's 67 degrees in Rhode Island, constant rain for 2 days. So gross. Ugh. See, those are the dreary, yucky days in the summer. I'd rather even it be hot and sunshine. But see, that's the thing with Michigan is, we're so used to the clouds and grayness that, you know, we crave sunshine even if it's hot and humid. Yeah, 30 days without Zach, how will we survive? I agree. I don't know what I'm gonna do without my Zach. He's always the one I know I can always search for in the chats to make me laugh. Um, because I'm always looking to laugh, you know that. I especially in all this drama, we need someone to make us laugh. Um, but I've had Kazi G and Nicola Maxwell um posted stuff on their channel. Hellfish Haven posted something on his channel as well. Like I feel amazingly blessed by the people that have supported me. I just amazing people. And I'm beyond excited, of course, to um start a little new chapter with my channel. Um, I'm bummed this week that I did have to reschedule my psych night. I was going to start trying to do them on Monday nights at 9. And of course, same reason I didn't go live yesterday with Zach was because of a fucking migraine. But, you know, it is what it is. When you have certain health conditions, you just have to go with the flow and deal with it. Hey, Bob. Popo's here. Sorry, I had to say it. Gloria Gaynor, I will survive. Yep, we'll survive without Zach. It'll just be sad without Zach. I did have fun making that making my thumbnail though. I always have fun with those. I hope Zach's. I don't think I sent him. I don't know if I did. I normally send him the thumbnail beforehand so you can see it. But I don't even think I sent it. Oh, sorry. Way to go. Talking about sleep and I'm yawning. Um, I don't even think I sent him the thumbnail, so hopefully he sees it. I hope he gets my message that I even scheduled this. And then I'll be like, you never even joined me, Zach. What the fuck? Things happen when they are supposed to. That's true. Yeah, Popo. That's for sure. It's funny because I didn't know you were a cop until Crispy Treat said that. I was like, uh oh, Popo entered the building. And Crispy Treat and I are still trying to work out a day where um we can do a weekly stream. When we did that Saturday, me, Crispy Treat, and Kazi, that worked out really nicely. But with her in the summer months, she does makeup for weddings and stuff. It's hard to do a weekend. Um, and way back when I started my channel, we had started a Thursday night thing, but it's like between the two of us, it's so hard to like between her work schedule and my work slash sleep schedule, it's so hard um to get one on a regular day and time for her. So me and her will probably just go live once a week whenever we can, I think at this point. Hey James, it's good to see you. Crispy blows my cover in every chat. Yes, she does. See? You got to tell her to stop doing that. That's funny. I actually have a question for you now that since you're in my chat. I you know, I'm sure you know a little bit at least in following um this some of the people in this community about the swatting that happened in Tennessee. So I was down there for FNL in Tennessee. We actually pulled up right behind the cop. But anyway, my question to you as a cop, um, oh, old dog, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, Bad Boys movie soundtrack. Gonna go for a smoke. Okay, I thought you had to go, so I was gonna say bye, but okay, we'll see you when you get back, sweetie. Um, but my question to you is, as far as cops, like nowadays, like in my mind, when someone says swatting, like my mind goes like guns out, SWAT team, maybe not necessarily a SWAT team, but like cops are coming with their pew pews out. Like, but technically, or like according to the law, if you were to call in a false whatever it is with the expectation that cops would be on high alert, let's say, is that what a swatting is? Is it like almost any fake call to the police? Like I'm just curious. It's for no reason than just to satisfy my own curiosity on the subject. Um, because so many people are still like ramped up about um the swatting incident and a certain someone supposedly being accused, even though she wasn't accused. And certain people are just too stupid to realize that two people with the same name aren't necessarily the same people. Um, you have to be funny and aggressive to get followers because that's what sells. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest. I know I'm not the wittiest. I have sarcasm and snark, I do, that I've always had. Um, but I'm not, obviously not a comedian. And I don't have the wittiness that like Baker and Kazi do. Like that's why totally appreciate them. And I'm not an aggressive person. It's just not my personality. So people are going to join me if they join me. And if they don't, they don't. It's cool. Okay. So Nate Taylor says it's a felony in Rhode Island if they find out it's a fake quote unquote SWAT. Gotcha. And Bob says no. Okay. So mm, what I want to know, I guess what my curiosity is trying to satisfy is what is considered a SWAT? Like, and if it's just a fake police report, is that just a false police report or is that something else? If it's a false police reporting to like a false report of a crime or something like that. Thanks, James. That's all I can be. Okay, so calling the police and swatting are quite different. Hard to explain in text. I had see, that's what I thought. Um, so yes, false report is different. Okay. Um, that's what hey, blessed Texas. How are you? So good to see you. That's what I thought. I thought that like see, in my mind goes to old school swatting, like a false, you know, bomb report. Like the SWAT, the bomb squad is coming, and they're not going to be polite about it. That's like where my mind goes for swatting. Now, and don't get me wrong, this is not me saying anything against anyone calling what happened in Tennessee a swatting. That's not what I'm getting at here. Because it could have easily led to something very bad, and it's very serious. Um, I don't want someone to hear this and take it the wrong way. Um, I'm trying to figure out the legality of it. Um, as far as the term, like the the actual law. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, a swatting call is high level emergent situation. Okay. Yes. I would never do anything like that. Fact. Yes, not see people like us well, I have to say I guess I can only speak for myself, but I agree with you there, James. People in our community just we don't have the mentality to do something like that to someone, to ruin someone's good time, and not just someone, several someones. You know, whoever did that in Tennessee knew that there were lots of people there. It was family friendly. And I just don't know what would possess someone to do that. Like, I just don't. And this is where you guys know where it comes in how my mind works and always trying to understand why things happened or why things are the way they are. I try to understand where that comes from because you're not getting, I mean, I guess technically, if the person who did it is who most people think did it, then I guess technically, yes, they're getting attention for it. But it's not like you're going to come out and admit that you did that, right? So, um, what do you gain? What does a person gain by doing something like that? I don't get it. SWAT gets sent for guns and bomb threats. That's what so that's where my mind goes with the thinking of swatting is like, a big old threat and they're coming. A swatting call is like a bomb threat or hostage situation where the police will react with the SWAT team. Gotcha. Call to the police for something non-emergent is a one or two officer response. Got it. Okay. It is unhinged behavior, old dog. That's for sure. 100%. We don't call the cops, we take care of the problem. This was petty jealousy and childish behavior. 100%, Nikki. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's like the mentality of someone that does something like that. It just, I try to see it from how does this, how does doing something like that satisfy them? Like, what is it they're trying to satisfy? Just ruining someone's good time? Like that? That's all I can see. Like, and I understand that people have that kind of, like you said, jealousy and pettiness in them, immaturity that somehow thinking they can destroy someone's good time that, they get enjoyment out of it. But to actually physically pick up the phone and false report someone waving a gun around, like, it's just insane to me, knowing how many horrible things have happened because of calls like that. If the FBI is looking into it, it's kind of a big deal, I would assume. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on with it. I mean, I've listened to Baker, an expert, talk about it, so I'm going to leave it in their hands. They know what they're doing on researching and figuring out what's going on, and I trust them, so I believe whatever they say is going on with it. I just I'm more into trying to understand why someone would do something like that. It was probably Krusty and her ilk. See, the thing is like, why would Krusty has no, like, I mean, I guess I can't say that because, Will was there, Will the Glare was there and stuff. So, but it's why I'm leaning towards someone else being behind it, but you just don't know. Calls to the police are nonstop for a dumb stop. Whoever did it in Tennessee knows the difference. Reporting a gun at an event is non-emergent in most places. Yeah, because everyone carries one in Tennessee. That's the funny thing is that, like, um, when experts said, like, you know, I didn't know that about Tennessee. I don't know, like, I haven't been to a lot of southern states, I'll be honest. I used to go to Colorado and Denver every year when I was little. Um, but I don't even know if Colorado is like a state like that's not really considered the South either. But if I've been to Texas. Now Texas, that's a state where that guns are everywhere. You know what I mean? But Tennessee, like I didn't know that. So thankfully, like he said, thankfully it was a place where everyone has one, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But because like if that had been done in Michigan, like holy shit, it could have been very, very bad. Selfish and dangerous. Yes. 100%. Kazi G, what's up? Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like Kazi, the J7 and Jess Machado have the same fucking first name. And there are still people saying that um I always want to Machado, whatever you want to call her, is the one that was blamed. And she was not. She was not blamed. No one accused her, at least that I know of. They gain silver bracelets if caught. Yeah, I hope they do catch them because this person, whoever it is, obviously needs to learn a lesson. And if it takes them getting arrested and going to jail, then that's what it takes. Because this could have been way worse. And other situations have been way worse just because some idiot decided to call in a false police report. I've seen the stories and they're just sickening. Mentally deranged and hate their lives. Yep, that's for sure. No one gets in trouble for calling the police about basic stuff. The actual swatting is a felony because of the numbers involved in the police response. Yeah, I've heard about that too, that a lot of them end up having to reimburse the cost of the SWAT team and all the law enforcements that were dispatched for it. I've seen that done before. They can't stand seeing someone's happiness. Exactly, James. Right on the money there. Because they're not happy. Either way, it's unhinged because we know why it was done. Yeah, and I mean, On the surface level, exactly. We know why it was done. We know why it was done. We know why they did it. We know who they were doing it to. But just is just a glimpse into my brain that I sit and wonder sometimes. I sit and wonder about all the stories that I've seen prior to this about fake swattings and police, and then people end up, discharging their weapon because they thought something was a gun that wasn't, and all because they were lied to in the first place, and it just makes me sick. It was someone with the pick me energy, that's for sure. Zach! I'm way behind. Oh my God. I always forget the time differences. Yes, silly. Whenever you're ready. Most ridiculous calls to the police. Oops, hold on. Sorry, guys. Um, Most ridiculous calls to the police are people with mental health issues. Yeah. Yes. Hey, 420. Those are the ones. Okay, no problem. Give you 5 minutes. And yeah, here I am, like 5 minutes behind. Sorry, guys. Scott. Oh, thanks, guys. But that's it. What? Now I just lost my train of thought because I went to. I was trying to scroll up in the chat. Oh, the health, the mental health. What makes me sick? I've seen those calls. I've seen and all the true crime and stuff that I've watched over the years. Those are the ones that are really the worst. I don't know why it is that the mentally ill end up being the ones that get hurt or unalived by these events. And not necessarily a swatting or a false police report, but even like I've seen those ones where family members call and say, my so and so is just having a mental break, and somehow they end up getting shot. Like, it's disturbing how many of those stories I have seen. Truly disturbing. I doubt very highly the FBI are looking into that. Police respond to places all the time when calls come in. Some police departments or sheriff's departments have a check on every call policy. Yeah, and from what I saw, like I said, we pulled up behind the cop car. It was only one cop that I saw. I don't know honestly if it was one or two in the car, but I only saw the one cop in the one car. So that's not crusty. Yeah, I don't think it's crusty either. I do too, 420. Oops. Sorry guys, I'm on my phone because I didn't realize I didn't charge my laptop. So it's a little more difficult to put comments up and then not hit the button to take them off. Sorry guys. That's a J7 move. Yeah. I agree. I mean, obviously I agree. I wasn't trying, this isn't me trying to bring up or stir shit. It's just me trying to evaluate the mentality behind people that do this shit and understand the law. Hey, Nikki says, I was carrying and you didn't even know I'm legal and have my permit. Nope, I have no clue. I hugged her. I hugged Nikki C. So I think twice when I met her and when I left. And I had no idea. I can attest to that for sure. I've only ever shot one time. And it was when I was young. My dad took me and my brother out, sorry, um out to like the woods area where my aunt and uncle had a cabin up north, and he had one of those baby rifles and had a target up on the tree, and that's it. It's the only time I ever touched one, ever shot one, ever anything with one. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against them. I fully support I fully support carrying and protecting yourself. I just I'm genuinely afraid of them. And I actually, it's one of the many things, well, I don't know many, but one of the biggest things I agree with Turtle Boy on, that, and it's not that I don't trust myself with it, especially now that I live alone. It's something I've thought about. I'm going to tell you honest with you. I thought about it. I do have a knife. Um, but I would, before I would ever even dream of it, I'd want to go learn how to actually shoot one and be comfortable with it. And I don't know. It's something that's been in the back of my mind before, though. Now that I live alone, and I'm getting a little older, and you just never can be too careful. Yep, Texas is definitely a carry. Yes, that I do know. They're all cut from the same freaking cloth. Yes, they are. Is she running interference for J7? Why does she keep insisting people think it's her? This is my point, Kazi. I have no idea. And this is why I think I was evaluating it so much, because it's driving me nuts. And especially after with what's going around now, um, with the whole I just saw the stuff about her supposedly um donating to the vet foundation, which makes me sick. If she stole $700, what was supposed to go to a vet charity, that it's just, I mean, either way, it's not it's wrong, but and gross. But the fact that she's done this now, is it twice? I don't know. Are these two separate events? This whole merch with the Charlie Kirk stuff, and the donation to the vets? Or is that the same? Is it the donations from the Charlie Kirk merch that she was supposedly um donating to the, those guys are morons, but not that dumb. J7's whole thing is people having a good time with Baker. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, welcome. Hey, Dad.
Howdy.
How are you?
I've been gotten by the time difference. I did it to expert. I've done it to somebody else. I just always think, Central Time Zone is God's time zone. Everybody else is supposed to go off that, but I forget.
that that's okay. And you're doing what Baker told you not to do this morning. I heard him.
I know. Screw Baker. Who does he think he is? Who's Brokeback Blanker, anyways? He had a
But
good point. I will say I will never look at chat while I'm driving.
yes.
So I'm basically just having a phone conversation because I'm not even looking. There's not, like, you just have an avatar. There's no face to look at. So
Yep.
I'm basically just driving down the road, talking, looking straight ahead. It's probably, I told him it's probably my safest driving, actually. That way I'm not like switching channels or looking for something else to listen to. I'm
And
pretty
I
bad
was
about
going to
that.
say, and that's exactly what I was going to say, is that I have to commend you because you don't look at chat. You're not scrolling through the chat. You're not doing anything. You're not always looking at the camera. You seem to be a pretty safe driver when you do this. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't get you in trouble.
Yeah,
I
I
kind
think
of
we'll
doubt
be.
as a guest, because I'm not streaming off my channel. So I don't think as a guest that it would get you in trouble.
I don't think so either, because you're not in control of anything. We can see that you're not scrolling on your phone. So I think we'll be okay.
And And I've seen hundreds of people doing it, so I think they got a lot of people to weed through first.
Oh yeah, and they have DoorDash drivers that do that. Literally take people their chat while they DoorDash. So don't tell me that people aren't on the YouTubes doing this.
Wow. You would think that DoorDash would shut that down because that seems unsafe for them.
Yes, I know this is why I know this is out there because one girl did get shut down because she was live streaming. This is the weirdest story. She was live streaming the apparently she went up to a door, accused the guy of like exposing himself to her, and yet it was still caught on her phone showing that he did not. So she got not only got fired, she got kicked off YouTube and she got arrested for filing a false police report.
Those kind of people ruin it for all the real victims. It's stupid.
Exactly. I just don't I don't this is where I go. This is where my mind goes with this shit. Same thing I was evaluating the whole swatting thing is why do people do this shit? Why like what
Were you talking about the
satisfaction?
Were you talking about the Dollywood swatting?
Yes, I was, because
Okay.
I was in Tennessee and I talked about how we pulled up behind the cop. It was one cop car. I only saw one cop. Now I don't know if there how many cops there were total. I think it was just the one, but I wasn't there the whole time. We had pulled up. They were already the cop was there by the time we pulled up. So I'm only telling what I saw. I saw the cop car with the light on and the cop standing outside and that's it. So and then we were told why after the fact. So um it's just
Yeah,
craziness
and
and
then she tried to say it wasn't a swatting because it wasn't a SWAT team. But if you Google the definition of swatting, it is the attempt to call the law enforcement in an attempt to get someone under false pretenses.
that's
So
exactly what I was asking Bob because Bob the popo is in the chat and I that's what I wanted to know. What's the difference as far as the law goes? Not to bring this up and cause drama, but I wanted to know the law.
tell Bob I'm not speeding. I promise.
Bob, Zach's not speeding, okay? He promises.
I'm really not. I really go like if I'm streaming, I go like 5 to 10 miles under so that I'm not coming up on anyone and just stay in the outside lane.
There you go. Hey, Linder Lou.
Linder's my little package deal.
Aw.
She said
Oh,
she only comes along with Panda Bear. They're two of a kind. So
oh. Well, I don't see
I
Panda yet. She's not here yet.
hadn't seen her lately.
Oh.
I think she was. Did she take a trip or a vacation or something? I can't remember.
Oh, that'd be nice. I've seen a lot of
Yep.
people being on vacation lately. That's good for it. It's just when I first started my stream, I was talking about that people just need. I've been enjoying. Like when you sent me that message, I was like, 30 days without Zach. We were talking about that, but I'm like, I totally get it. I've been enjoying my time off the tubes. I got to be honest. I have.
Yeah. It's not. It's not for mental health or anything because it really most of that doesn't affect me. The only thing I've been in like kind of invested in or indignant about is Baker being attacked because I do consider him. I mean, we're internet friends. It's not like he's my best friend or anything, but we
Right.
we
No,
talk
I get it.
behind the scenes, and he's like, "Yeah, we know each other about as good as you can, someone online." But I do
Right.
feel like I have a feel for who he is, and it has bothered me because, and also because I saw the way he presented it to me back in February, and it was not, yeah, I'm done with this girl. I'm kicking her to the curb. It was like he didn't want to have to do it. He's like, I think I'm going to have to block her. She's just getting so aggressive. It was not, he wasn't trying to control her. He wasn't trying to even be rude. He was just like,
Right.
this is getting bad. And so
Right.
that's how he presented it to me as a friend behind the scenes. So I know for a fact it's untrue what she's claiming.
Yes. And
And
we
so
all
that's
of us in the chat that didn't know the details, we all could see it. We all could see that
yeah,
he didn't want to bring it up. I saw how, I mean, 3 times I saw him have to delete super chats by different names that we knew were hers. And then the one day I couldn't believe when he actually literally had to go off camera because he was getting so upset. And other people didn't realize what was going on. I could see people in chat. What's going on? What's going on? And those of us that knew even the tiniest bit kind of knew what was going on but didn't know the details, and it's like we knew how long at least how long this was going on, and he never said a word. He wasn't trying to be mean to anyone. He wasn't trying to hurt anyone. It's disgusting.
Well, even if you don't know that from behind the scenes, the fact that she claims he's trying to control her and he's an
Mm-hmm.
abuser, but how does an abuser block someone and say, I just don't want to talk to you anymore? Those two things, they can't go along together. It's like logically inconsistent. Either he's an
Exactly.
abuser, or either you can say he ghosted me and that was rude. Okay, fine, he's rude. I don't really care about that. But to say he's manipulative, you can't manipulate somebody by blocking them. That doesn't even make sense. So even
Exa-
people on the outside, I think most people that don't have a vendetta, I think against all men in general, um, can see that. It's pretty easy to ascertain.
100%. 100%. And if you were being control, like, I just don't. First and foremost, I think the biggest thing, no matter what, is how can you possibly be controlled by someone in a different country? Like, I just don't get
Yeah,
it. Like, if your entire relationship is online, it's easy to, like she did, block you. Like, how the fuck do you get controlled by someone on your phone?
yeah, there's not even in that case like a veiled threat that I can come find you and track you down.
No,
It's like he's 8,000 miles away.
exactly.
Yeah, none of
Linda
that
Lou
made
says,
sense.
yeah, Linda Lou says, I have questions about her story. She claims he yelled at her on the phone constantly, but yet she was chasing after him for months. I don't know, doesn't add up. Exactly. And that's it. I mean, she's the one that went after him still. Like I said, sending super chats from alt accounts. He had to block what, 5, 6 alt accounts of hers because she wouldn't freaking stop. Who looks like the aggressor there?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Well, I noticed something kind of interesting that J7 and Jess both said, and they refer to his infamous Four Loco stream, and they talk about him screaming on that stream, and I'm like, I watched the whole stream. He did raise his voice and he was aggravated. He never lost his temper. He never screamed. He like if
Nope.
that's your definition of screaming, that's just somebody annoyed.
Yes.
And then compared to the way J7, well, even Jeff's and J7 act on camera, that's a lot closer to screaming in my book.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like I said, I've never watched Jess Machado. I've never watched her, but I've seen more clips in the last couple weeks than I've
Yep.
ever seen before. And she screams all the time. And J7 is very loud. Now, she's just a loud person. I've seen her on other panels before prior to this blowing up. But to me, like, if that's your, like you said, that's your definition of screaming, like, you need a reality check, I think.
Yeah. Well, especially compared to them, they're not exactly, wallflowers that are just so easily offended. They're
Exactly.
just using it as manipulative.
Yeah. And you could tell, I mean, most people that can, read body language even a little bit, take in how someone's feeling, you could tell he was upset more than he was trying to be, express rage. You could tell he was angry, but he had every reason to be a little angry. You know what I
Plus,
mean?
he'd been, plus he'd been holding it in for 4 months, and like
Yes,
finally makes a statement. It all just bursts out. Whereas they've been chirping about it, for that whole time.
exactly.
We're
Exactly. And everyone knows. Everyone's had a point in their life at least once where they've bottled something up, and when it comes out, it just pours out. And
Yep.
sometimes a little bit more, maybe, um for lack of a better term, aggressive than you want, or a little bit more angry than you meant to, or whatever. But that's only proof that he was trying to let this just go away so that no one was going to get hurt, no one was going to get disparaged, no one, this wasn't going to turn into a big thing. But she made it a big thing. She made it this way. This goes back to my whole feeling on people that just desire attention, whether it's good or bad. This is what she wanted. She wanted all
Yeah,
this attention.
yeah. Turtle Boy's right about that, and I know it's difficult when you're the one in the crosshairs. It's difficult not to defend yourself, but he's right that if the best way to get her to shut up is for us to stop talking about her, and I'm talking
Right.
about her right now, but
I
that
know.
is the best way to like like they've pointed out. And again, I never really paid attention to Jess. I used to go in her chats in the morning and say hi to people, but I didn't really pay attention to her. And I really thought some of this was a pile on and was overblown. And then when she did that to Cyber Chick, I'm friends with Cyber Chick, so I'm like, okay, I'm just not listening. I wasn't even that mad at her because, like I said, and Will said the same thing. If somebody told me don't call names on my stream, I would say don't tell me what to do. I'll say what I want. But the difference is, in 30 seconds, I would have forgotten about it. I did
Yeah.
not realize that she stuck with that vendetta until the Jolene stream last week and playing that Olap video that she did.
Yep.
um, I had no idea she was still obsessing about it for months, like 2 or 3 months, and still reading out private messages and still calling her all kind of names. I'm like, she is the nice in the nicest way possible. She said, "Let's just go our separate ways, and I wish you the best." Like, how much nicer can you be? And she's calling her all kind of names. I'm like, okay, she's definitely got a problem. It's way beyond just people piling on her.
Exactly. Oh, I 100% agree with you there. And this goes it's actually a comment I made on the twit to someone. I don't remember what the actual post I made the comment on was, but it was basically saying, so I think I said it something similar the other day on my stream, but um that she's seeking something to fill a void. They all are. All these people like J7 and Jess Machado, they're seeking to fill a void that they're never going to fill. And I said they're seeking a high they're never going to get. And I said, and yet she disparages or recovering addicts. The thing is, not all addicts are addicted to drugs. Addicts can be
Yeah,
addicted to other things, and
all kind of things.
attention is addictive. If
Yeah.
you are seeking attention, no matter if it's good or bad, you've got a problem.
Well, even like rock stars have said that the best drug they've ever had is applause from the audience. That it's you never get tired of hearing an audience roar for you. You know, it's human nature.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. For sure. And that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with desiring some attention, especially things that make you feel good. It's when it crosses that line that you have to be somehow the center of attention or get attention from people that mean nothing in your life, and whether that attention is good or bad. You don't If you don't care that you're getting this much negative attention, and you don't ever take a second to self-reflect, like,
Yeah.
to me that's insane.
Well, I mean, she's either you're a journalist or you're in the entertainment industry, and I guess either one is kind of entertainment. And if you're in entertainment, then your audience isn't wrong. Like the audience, and if she's down to the audience she wants, then that's fine. But the audience will tell you if you're right or wrong, you know.
Yeah,
And she won't
exactly.
listen to that. She won't listen to the feedback of people trying to help her out and saying this is not a good direction.
Nope. I know. And I'm so sick of the term echo chamber, kind of like I am sick of narcissistic, the word narcissistic. But in this case, it's 100% where it belongs. She's got a ton of narcissistic traits. She's got herself in an echo chamber to the point where she literally doesn't, she blocks anyone that says anything negative. She only surrounds herself with people that agree with her. She doesn't care about her audience. She's said that many times. She doesn't give a shit about her chat or the people that follow her. She doesn't care if she splits the people that watch her because of her political views. I mean, and she will downgrade or degrade anyone on anything. She does not care.
She even once said Well, I think it was on the Turtle Boy interview that she said, I just want to get back to my echo chamber, which was kind of surprising that she had that much self reflection, but she even knows it and still desires just an echo chamber.
Yeah, exactly. And Bob says the worst email I've ever heard was the one she sent to Cyber Chick only a week or two ago. Now, I have to admit, because I haven't been spending as much time on the tubes, I haven't heard these emails. Can you give me a brief
Oh, yeah. It
rundown?
was it was horrible. I hadn't heard it either. I think Jolene's the one that read it. Well, she played. This is how this is how narcissistic. I know you don't like the word, and
I
but
know.
this is how bad it is. She's trying to goad Cyber Chicken into a response, and so she's sending messages. She's sending texts. She's going into. I missed the Cyber Chicken stream where Jess actually went in there and tried to kind of goad her. It was like, since you won't return my messages, blah blah blah. So she keeps trying to goad her, and
Wow.
she says, okay, I'm sending this email. It's for your eyes only. But then Cyber Chicken still doesn't respond to it. So Jess reads it on air, and it's a horrible email. I mean, she's saying, I know your panties are wet right now just hearing me say your name, and you are trash, and you always will be. You'll never have more subscribers than you have now, which like 2.5 times. Uh,
She's already double, more than double.
yeah, since that prophecy unfulfilled, she's like 2.5 times. She's like it.
But she's
Oh,
never wrong.
never wrong.
She's never wrong.
That's a very telling statement because you can be opinionated. You can like Turtle Boy's a loudmouth, and he'll say that, and he has hot
Hmm.
takes sometimes, but he will honestly admit when he's wrong. He's like, "Oh, I screwed up on that. I got that wrong." And for
Yeah,
her to say, "I'm never wrong," and I know it was just concerning. She said she's never wrong about people and judging people's character, but of all things, I think that's what she's like the worst at.
exactly. She
And when
can't
you say
even
something
evaluate
like that,
herself.
yeah, when you say you're never wrong, then I just don't trust much else of your judgment calls.
Exactly. Exactly. Because there's no one on earth that's never wrong. There's no one. We're all wrong sometime. We all
At
have
least not for the last, at least not for the last 2,000 years. Nobody else said that, and Jesus didn't even say that himself, and he could have, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah,
he wasn't even that
exactly.
arrogant.
Yep. And this is why I can't wait for honestly, I can't wait to dig in, get my psych nights going. I was so excited for Monday night to really dig in and get back into the true definitions of a personality disorder versus mental health, and or like a mental illness. What I noticed in chat is people telling her to go to therapy. Now, don't get me wrong. I think everyone can benefit from therapy, but that's coming from someone who studied psychology for many years. But that being said, you cannot fix or treat a personality disorder.
Yeah,
It's not possible. And there is a big difference between a personality disorder and mental illness.
yeah,
It's just it's just the way it is.
yeah. Personality is part of your inherent, like the way you're born. You can't really change your personality. I guess you can kind of modify it over years, but your personality is inherent,
Yes.
and but then your character is what you decide to do with it. So you can have what people. There are some people that make be considered to have a bad personality. I'm sure Elon's friends might say that about him because he's so hyper focused on his mission and what he's doing that he may not be the most loving, kind friend. I don't know. I don't know him. I'm just saying there are people, but they choose to use it in a way for good, and that's character. Whether it's good or bad, depends on your character.
Yeah.
Because she has a very similar personality to my sister, but my sister has much better character. My sister will admit she's wrong and she's learned a few things in life and she's a wonderful person. But as far as like that, because Jess has a, if it was used for good, She has a very outgoing, bubbly personality that could be very nice and endearing if you're not, ready to cut everybody's throat that you come across.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, because there are people. I mean, like my dad. I can talk about my dad's, and I could go into the history of being, I believe emotionally and psychologically abused for many years. However, my dad, and I'll even give him to this credit. He's not his character. He's not a horrible person as overall. He's not lack. He doesn't lack. Um at least some empathy to a point. He's just got, first of all, he's very stubborn. He sees things a certain way. He's a type A personality. He's got
Mm-hmm.
to be in control. Now that being said, like I said, there's negatives and positives to those kinds of personalities. But again, the difference in character is my dad, even though he has empathy for certain things, and he has a blind side to certain things as well. But he's not a hateful person. I will give him that. But there are other people that he's like in the middle of those, I'd say. But there are other people who don't give two shits about anyone else's feelings. And then you got someone like, um, well, me, I take on a lot of people's feelings. I feel empathy, empathy. I cry at this, as you know, I cry at some of the smallest things, because I feel
Don't
things
go to
deeply.
squalling.
I'm not, but I'm just I'm trying the best way I can in my mind, articulate the difference between, like you were saying, character and and having some of those attributes, but still being a good character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because some people, it sounds like he tends more highly toward conscientiousness instead of agreeableness. And like you said, you can do that without being evil.
right.
It's just some personalities really don't feel that feedback. Honestly, I know people don't believe it. For a guy, I'm probably in the middle of agreeableness and conscientiousness. I've actually gone more toward conscientiousness in the last later part of my life. But some people just don't even feel that. They don't read the room. And so they're just going to say what they're going to say. They're not trying to be offensive. They just don't care what your feelings are about something. But then there's
Yes,
other people that do it for the sole purpose of making others miserable.
exactly.
And that's
Exactly.
bad character.
That's it. And Hellfish, by the way, I did see your comment, Hellfish. So he said next time, let him know I'm going to do go on for psychology. And I'd love to have you back on, Hellfish. That was great. And Bob as well. Bob's going to come on with me. I had sent you an email, Bob. I don't know if you got it because I haven't checked my email because of my migraine. Maybe next Monday, that'll work out wonderful. But Hellfish
Yeah,
says also being a douche doesn't instantly mean disorder. Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Some people are just jerks.
Exactly. And
I
even some people have the insight to know they're jerks and they just don't care.
yeah, I'm one sometimes, but if I know I'm really upsetting someone that I like and I trust and I think is acting in good faith, then I will definitely back off.
Oh yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it.
But
It could be just someone's in a bad mood. They can't, they're not really in a joking mood, and you can normally tell, if someone says,
oh,
"Hey, I'm not good for that today. Stop." Hey, you're going to
great. I
stop.
mean, Baker's a good example because you've seen we call each other every name there is. We're always trying
Yep.
to think of a new insult for each other.
Yeah.
But a couple, like during the middle of the J7 thing, I didn't realize it had kept escalating. Like, because I wasn't aware of her streams at first and how bad she was getting. And so I just made a
Right.
joke about it in chat, and
Yep.
he didn't make a big deal. He deleted the comment quickly. I saw it disappear. And then he just messaged me. He's like, hey, please don't, man. I just would rather her name not be brought up. And I was poking the bear and I was making a joke. But I could tell, I was like, okay, that's not the time and place to keep pushing it right now.
Right. Exactly. And see, someone like, someone on her end of the spectrum would keep poking because they don't fucking care.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's And Linda Lou says, I wonder about her followers who just gobble up her words as gospel and 10,000% true. And I'm going to expand on that. The people that keep sending her money, and this is where it goes back to months ago when I would talk about twisted panties. Like the people that send her money, like and Lana, uh, I don't, those are the people that actually worry me more than the streamers themselves. Okay,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the people that sit here behind their keyboard all day long and then send them money thinking they're the kind of people that are deserving of your hard-earned money. Like where's your brain?
yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't. The only thing I can come up with is they are addicted to drama also, and they want somebody out there making drama for them. You know, because they're not. A lot of those keyboard warriors don't have the guts to get out and go on camera and say outlandish things, but they just love it when someone else does. I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't think of anything else of why you would propagate that.
I mean, to me, like, I'm sorry. The people that watch Twisted Panties and watch her with that ridiculous popcorn and cotton candy machine behind her that people sent her, like, to me, it's like, how do you get enjoyment out of one person sitting there ragging on the same person every single fucking day? Like, I just, but I guess that's it. I mean, it's got to
I
be at
guess.
least most of it that they want it to continue for whatever reason it satisfies them.
Yeah, I really don't know. There's a sucker born every minute.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Hey, Dodo. Oh, so where are you on your way to now? A job or home?
Back to the house. Yeah, I've got some new guys on a crew, and they broke a bunch of wires and broke pipes. So I was aggravated all morning. That's why I had to push it till later. But
Oh, that's okay.
fixing all of their stuff. So yeah, I needed a diversion right now, actually.
Well, there you go. I'm glad I could provide that for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Lily. Guess what? I do have a good news.
What's that?
Guess how many subscribers I need to get to 500?
Come on, how many?
39.
All right, getting close.
Yes, thanks to Hellfish and Nicola Maxwell, Kazi, they all put up a post. Like Nicola put up one, and then
Yeah, I
Kazi
saw that.
reposted it, and then Hellfish put up a different one.
So
Um,
did Mary B.
oh, she did. I didn't see hers. Oh, I got to make sure I
Yeah.
let her know. Thank you to her,
Well,
because
because I was tagged that she gets to vanquish me, of course.
yes, that's what we were talking about while we were waiting for you. When I first went on, I was like, I have to stream with you today then, because if you're going to take 30 days off, you're going to miss me getting monetized. We can't party because I'm
I'll
sure
come
I'll.
back for that.
Okay.
If you get that'll be my exclusion. If you get monetized, I'll check in a little bit. But if you get monetized, I'll come back and party with you and show
Yay.
Mary B that she can't vanquish me quite that easily.
Yay. Oh my God, I'm getting so excited. That's what we're going to do. When I get monetized, you, Kazi, will have Hellfish and other Mary B. You guys will come on my channel and we'll have a party. And Lily, oh, we lost Zach for a minute. So while we do that, I will tell you, Lily, he's not really leaving. He may be taking 30 days away from the tubes. You know, we all need a break from the virtual world now and then. But as you heard, Zach said he'll come back for my 500 subscriber when I hit that for a party. So I'm excited for that. Suckers are entertainment. Sorry, I just lost that comment. Where'd it go? I just saw Bob said suckers are entertainment. That's for sure. I mean, that's why we call Cry Fart Mike I Fart, Captain Shit Pants. I mean, he's got so many nicknames now. Um, we call him the gift that keeps on giving. And now, ironically, we've got a fart competition between the two of them, which I think is hilarious. Yes, the 500 sub party. Yes, Linder, he's not really going anywhere per se. He's just going to take a break from the tubes. You're back.
Yeah, I hit a dead spot, I guess. I didn't know there was a dead spot there.
Yeah, that happens now and then when you're driving.
What did I miss?
Um,
Something exciting?
every US Lily and Linder both said, "Where's that going?" So I was trying to explain. But if you want to explain, go ahead.
I usually do this once or twice a year where I just get off YouTube for 30 days and I may listen to it kind of like a radio, but don't get, because I get, obviously, y'all know, I get distracted by chat. And sometimes when I should be working, it just pulls me in. So I just like to reset. It's not for like, I'm not having a mental breakdown or anything. Most of
Yeah,
this, that's what I was starting to say. Most of all this is entertainment to me.
right.
I don't get upset about Jess. I don't get upset about most all the drama. I'll listen to a little bit of Jolene. Mostly I'll listen to the expert and Baker and a little bit of Trials, but I'm not going to get all into that drama that much, and it doesn't bother me that much. But it's just the community part, which is a nice community, but they're also distracting. So sometimes I just need to reset,
Yep.
and I usually do it around the holidays, like Thanksgiving to Christmas. I'll usually do it.
There you go. But like I said, we all need a break from it now and then, just to get out
Yeah,
of that virtual world and go out in the real world for a little bit. Just and that's what I did. Like I said, even this morning I listened to Baker, but I didn't get in the chat because it was like coming off that migraine, and I was just like, yeah, I just want to listen to Baker and not and do other things, and that's what I did. So,
I had the worst migraine last Tuesday. I don't
oh
think I've talked to you much since then.
no,
Yeah, so when they did my last back surgery, they didn't tell me at first until the next day when I'm throwing up, can't move my head, and I'm just
oh,
thinking, I
that's
guess
right.
this is
You
part
did
of
tell
surgery.
from your spinal fluid, your cerebral spinal fluid
Yeah,
backing
yeah,
up.
it
Yeah.
drains, and so it occasionally, I guess, tears again. Or they told me that could happen, but uh, when it does, it's debilitating. So I can't have any light. I can't even have sound. I can't listen to anything.
Yep.
And any movement, I'll get vertigo. If I just move my head back and forth on the pillow, I'll get vertigo and throw up. So
That's how
it was
mine
lots of
is.
fun.
I don't get the vertigo per se, but I get like I don't always throw up. But this one came on really, really fast. I was actually on the phone, and I had literally had to like interrupt who I was talking to, and I was like, I gotta go because this just came on so fast. I'm gonna puke. And by the time I hung up and threw the phone down and made it to the bathroom, I was vomiting, and it
Uh,
just because mine come on like that, like within seconds, it will just go from 0 to 60. It's so bad, and then all I can do to like get rid of it is basically lay in the dark, no noise, no anything. Sometimes I don't have a heating pad right now, it broke, but normally wrap my head in a heating pad because it's
oh,
just like
really?
that's the only thing I can do. Yep.
Yeah. I don't
And
do
then when the
that. I'll put a wet cloth. I prefer cool over warmth, but I've never really tried warmth. I might try that.
Yeah, heating pads, like I'll be honest, I don't even know if it really does anything, but it comforts. Like for some reason, it's a comfort thing around my head when I
Yeah.
have them. They, but like I said, my heating pad that when I was it was like 3 or 4 months ago. I went to plug it in and it started sparking, and I was like, "Oh, that's bad."
That's not, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, and it had that smell, that like burnt smell. So I was like, I had to throw it out. I have to get a
Yeah.
new one, but that's just down the line. But I don't know, like I don't know even know why I ever used heating pads. Probably my mom taught me that because my mom she never got migraines per se. I think hers were more like tension headaches, but she would always wrap her head in a heating pad too when she got a headache. So but if
People,
mine get too, see, that's the
yeah.
thing. If mine get too
People say
bad,
they have migraines.
go
What's that?
ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
People say they get migraines and they're out like doing things or going to the store. I'm like, then we have different definitions of migraines. Like
Oh yeah.
I'll work with a headache, my head kind of hurts or there's allergy headache. But if I have a migraine, that means I am not functioning today.
Yes. Yeah. I never understood the people that say I have a migraine and yet they're still like typing. Like, there's no way I could sit on chat with
Oh
a full
no.
on migraine. Like, I can't even have noise, let alone sit there and type on my phone. Like, it's crazy. And when because mine get really to a point really bad, I probably tried every migraine medication there is. But none of them work. And so when mine get really, really bad, if I can't get any relief within like 12 to 16 hours, I will end up in the ER. And they normally they can get it rid of it pretty quickly. They give me some IV fluids, some Benadryl, some Reglan, which is a nausea medicine, and Toradol, which is an NSAID, and it will literally knock me out for like 4 hours, and then I wake up with it's gone. So
Mine almost always lasts 24 hours. That's from when it just starts like feeling bad. And then the worst part is 6 to 8 hours. And then kind of it starts getting a little bit better, a little at a time for 10, 12 hours. But it's
yeah.
almost always 24 hours. So at least I know it's not going to be, people say they have 3 day migraines. I'm like, I would not, I'd not still be living if that happened.
Yeah, mine, like the worst of my migraines, because they unfortunately mine linger. Like, well, like yesterday, well, they'll linger for a few hours. Like, normally I can normally tell when it's about to dissipate. But that's why it's like, if it doesn't start lingering to the point where I can at least like open my eyes when it's light out and stuff, after about 12 to 16 hours, I know it's bad. Normally full, if I suffer through an entire migraine, it's about a day. Sometimes it can get to 2 days, where it's lingering for a day, but yeah, normally by 24 hours it's gone, thankfully. Linda Lou says, I get a migraine when it rains. It's so weird. Well, that's probably the humidity that can do that to people.
Yeah. I blipped
Ooh,
for a
how
second.
that's all right. At least you didn't
The,
disappear this
the,
time.
this route just up until 2 days ago, this route that I'm driving had a section for about 3 miles where there was no, I mean, not just bad signal, no signal. Your phone would go to SOS and try to go to satellite mode, and they just fixed it. Now it's like the best strength anywhere. And now 10 miles up the road where I just went through,
Oh, he hit another dead
fixed.
zone. You you're in a dead zone. Ooh. Linda says, I finally found a migraine med that works every time. I wonder which one. Oh, Lily, I put that up and then I didn't even read it. Oh, you're so sweet.
Is it Imitrex?
I see. It's funny you asked that because I tried Imitrex. The only medication ever that worked were Imitrex sub Q injections. The problem is back when I used to get them, my insurance didn't cover it, and two injections were over. It was like $212 for two injections, and that's basically one migraine. Migraine. So that's $250 to get rid of a migraine. When I could back then, especially with my insurance back then, I could go to the ER for free. Like, let's see, which one
Yeah.
am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, even though I prefer not to have to go to the ER, at least the ER 4 hours and I'm good. You know what I mean? And no money.
Gave
Ah,
me the Imitrex nasal, the nasal spray things. Have you
I
ever had
haven't
that?
tried I haven't tried any of the nasal sprays, to be honest with you.
And it did seem to dull it at least. Nothing else helps because I can't keep anything else down. Like even tried Nyquil or Dayquil because those help me with headaches. If I've got a bad headache, usually Dayquil during the day or Nyquil will knock it out. But I can't keep anything down, so it's like so the nasal spray. Maybe that's why because it's nothing to throw up, and it did seem to help.
Yeah. I would definitely like, especially you check out if the nasal spray, depending on how, if that works for you, like getting them, and depending on how often you get a migraine. Ask for the injections because I'll be honest, it's like it's just a sub Q injection, so it's like an auto injector, and you just inject
Yeah.
it into your belly. I mean, it's like a
Oh, your
quick
belly.
poke. Hmm.
I have a friend. She has real bad migraines, and she had something in her ear, almost like an earring thing that was like into her skin. Though, you ever
Huh?
anybody know what that is?
I haven't heard of that. I'm gonna have to research that
I,
now.
I don't know. Maybe she went to a witch doctor. I don't know, but
Huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, Linder says yeah, it's Imitrex, but the injectable. So she's talking about the same sub Q injectors I am. I
okay.
think you're allowed. You get two in the box, and so one prescription is two injectors, and normally that's like one migraine because especially well for me anyway because the first in one would help it not be so severe, and then you can take another one. I think 8 hours or something later, and that one would keep it from getting any worse or extending longer or whatever. So
If I could get 2 doses a year, because I like right after, I think I told you this, but like right after my surgery, it was like one a week, then once a month, and then a couple times a year. And now it's more, it's like once or twice a year I get a migraine that bad. So it's not something I just know I'm out for a day when it happens, but it's not constant. So I'm not going to go through great lengths to try to, to mitigate it.
oh, Linder says I do my hip because you can do it in any fatty basically area, but it says my sister got that piercing in her ear, and then Dodo
Okay.
says it's Dave piercing for migraines. I'm gonna have to look that up. Wow, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Huh. I do have to read this comment because Lily's awesome. Lily, I love everyone, but Lily said this, whoever our favorite creators are, go up live. I'm gonna throw a super chat with the link on it. Just ridiculous. We gotta get you to 500. Aw, you're
That
so
is very
sweet.
nice.
Lily, you're amazing. I love you to death. And Linda says, I'm very lucky I pay $5 a box. See, that's pretty good. Like I would pay $5 to have those on hand. That way I wouldn't have to go to the ER. But my insurance, like
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
oh my God, it's
I've got
crazy.
insurance. I've never even really, I know what it is, and I just figured I'm stuck with it. But I've never gone very far in the medical area to try to fix it. But if I can get Imitrex and I've got insurance, so I bet they would cover some of that. It would be nice to have a couple doses on hand.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, if you don't mind giving yourself a quick, injection, those sub Q ones are very nice and easy. They take 2 seconds. Um, Old dog says, how close are you?
It can't be any harder than me injecting heroin, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, now your channel's in trouble. Sorry. That was that hashtag. That was comedy. I've
That
never
was
done
a
heroin.
joke. Allegedly.
I've never even done an illegal drug, so
No, they
I'm
almost killed you with the legal one.
exactly. Yeah, I've had enough of those to kill an elephant, so I'm good on drugs for my life.
Yep. Old dog, I need 39 subscribers. That's it. 39. I'm so close. Oh, Linda says, Zach, do you want me to send you a box?
Sure. Well, let me check and see if it's only $5. It'd be cheaper for me to get it here than for you to have to pay postage for it.
Yeah, and it's it.
Plus,
When I did
plus you
those.
may get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, that's true. When I did those injections, this was like in the like 2016, 17, and they were pretty new back then. At least I think. I'm assuming that's why my insurance didn't cover it yet. So back then, so I'm assuming most insurances would cover that medication by now because it's been on the market for at least 10 years.
Yeah, that's I think when I had it was like a decade ago, or maybe a little less, maybe 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, my neurologist was all about the oral medication. Like I've done all the sublingual max salts, the Imitrex, I mean, you name it. That's an oral pill. I've tried it, and to this point, like it was ironic that I started taking Benadryl years ago at night, trying to help myself sleep when I still worked mornings at the hospital, and
Mm-hmm.
I ended up not getting migraines for a while. And I thought, well, let's see. Maybe if I take a
Yeah.
dose of Benadryl every day. And I did. I took Benadryl literally one dose every single day for like 4 years. And I still get migraines, but they weren't as often or severe. However, I then started delving into all the research and how Benadryl is so bad for you on a long term, basis. So I
Is it
stopped
really?
taking it.
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
What are the supposed side effects?
it's one of the cholergenic. I always say the wrong name. It starts with a C, but it's one of those medications that fits in that category that leads to, or at least is correlated with Alzheimer's and dementia on a long
Okay.
term basis. And my
All right.
grandma had dementia real bad, so
Yeah.
it already runs in my family.
Yeah, I believe almost all pharmaceuticals have some negative side effect. But
Yeah.
I never knew that about Benadryl. And I do
Well, a
know
lot.
people that take two of them every single night. And I'm just like, if you have to depend on something like that, maybe find something natural.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what a lot of people don't know. It's a lot of research I do, like I said, in the medical and psychological field. I'm always delving into stuff. And one of the channels, ironically, on YouTube is a doctor who does a lot of like medication reviews, especially over the counter medications that you may not know are actually bad for you because they're sold over the counter. And but that's why if you ever buy anything over the counter specifically, to make sure that you tell your pharmacist you're taking it first and foremost. And then second, always look at the bottle and it says, do not take longer than 14 days, most of them will say, unless you speak to your doctor. And that's why. Because most medications over the counter are not meant to be taking long term like Benadryl.
Yeah. Yeah. They're almost all acute and short term,
Right.
but then people take them for years on end. How do we always get on medical?
No,
Are we
because
medical advisors?
I always have medical problems.
Me too. But acetaminophen is the number one overdose drug in North America. Not overdosed as in death, but overdosed as in somebody going to the ER with
Yes.
medication complications and they took too much because it's not made to take constantly, on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's weird. They really don't even know how Tylenol works. Like they
Yeah.
know the mechanisms of aspirin and all the NSAIDs, and they don't know really how Tylenol works.
Well, it's the same with any analgesiac with pain. They know it blocks your pain receptors, and they just don't know how. Like, and it's the same with psychotropic meds. That's why there's so many people out there that discourage psychotropic meds because you really don't. They don't know how it works. They just know it works, and
Yeah,
a lot of times with those kind of medications is because they were testing it for something else and then realized that a side effect was, let's say, less anxiety, or
yeah,
the same with the weight loss drug. Look at how Ozempic, they gave it for low blood or for diabetes and realized people were losing weight. It's the same kind of thing. That's how drugs get the off-label uses.
yeah, yeah. Natural is best as long as you can do it as much as possible.
Right. Lily says, have you guys tried Botox? No, I have not. She says, I read it in the magazines that it helps. Don't know if it's true. Now, I
My
have
friend did
heard
it. My friend that
so
had the earring thing, she did do the Botox injections too. She said it
it
helped a little bit.
helped a little bit. See,
Hmm.
I don't want botulism in my face, so thank you. But
Me
no.
neither. I saw pictures of, I don't remember what it was on, maybe Bay Harbor. No, it was before her. But they showed pictures of girls that started getting Botox like at a very young age in their 20s. And after 5 to 10 years of Botox, they looked, instead of 30, they looked 40 to 50. Like their face just looked unnatural. Like it didn't have the natural aging process evident. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Is
oh
that a,
it's
is it like a bacteria or something?
botulism. It's yes,
Isn't that a
it's
bacteria?
yes, it's very bad. It's very, very,
Yeah.
very bad.
It paralyzes the muscle. That's what
Yes.
relaxes the wrinkles. But I'm like, yeah, paralyzing in your face. That doesn't sound the best.
Yeah, no. I actually saw you I saw a funny um what a meme or whatever on the Twitch bot today that said, how many of you women can actually say you have your original hair, your original nails, your original eyebrows and eyelashes? And I put in the comment the little emoji with the hand up because I don't have any. Well, my hair is real. It's dyed, but at least it's still my hair. And my nails
Yeah,
are not fake. My I don't have fake eyelashes, although I have used them before. And my eyebrows are what they are. So they're all real.
I know. I know girls gotta get their hair did and all that stuff, but I mean, they overdo it. Most of the time, people don't know when to stop. And natural is the most beautiful overall. Like, keeping yourself healthy is just the most beautiful thing. There's something about like kind of your lizard brain that recognizes health in people. And
Yeah.
I've made this point. I've got a friend. He's doing Ozempic now. He needs something badly. He was at 380 or 390,
Wow.
and as a car salesman, there's not a whole lot of activity. And I've told him I'll walk with you. You can come out to my house. You can work out in the workout room in my garage. But so he's telling me, no, I'm getting
Oh,
the shot. I'm like, all right. And so he said, no. And he told me the story. This guy comes in to buy a car and he hadn't seen him in a year. And his first question, he said, I don't know the guy's name, but he said, whoa, did you get cancer? And the guy said, no, I've lost 90 pounds. I got on the Ozempic on the shot. And Sam goes, that's what I want. I'm like, Sam, listen to what you just said. Your first reaction was not, hey, you look great. Your first reaction was, did you get
you
cancer?
have cancer. Yeah.
So, because he's saying, I think it's pretty safe and all that. I'm like, yeah, but when you look like you're sicker after the medication, you ought to at least, look into it a little bit. And I really don't think, because it is just basically a hormone. It's a GLP, it's a peptide. So I don't think it's one of those medications where the medication itself is so harmful to someone's body, but it like lets you keep doing bad habits. You're just eating less of crap, but you're still eating a bunch of junk. So you're losing a bunch of muscle. So
Yep.
anyway,
Exactly. And a lot of people don't realize muscle weighs more than fat.
way
So
more. Yeah.
just because your that's why I'm so sick of people obsessed with the number on the scale. it,
I
it
told him to
should
throw
be.
the scale away. Just throw the scale
Yes,
away.
it's not about that, not about the number on the scale.
Yeah, just
Ugh,
get healthier and the numbers will follow. But if you just have an idea of trying to be healthier, you know, everything else follows in place.
exactly. Hellfish asks, who still has their appendix? I do.
I do.
That's one surgery I haven't had.
Yeah, none of my kids have had it.
I still have my
Yeah,
tonsils too.
yeah, I do too.
And
That
oh,
was big. I don't think they take out near as many tonsils now. But when I was little, that was like a bunch of people had tonsils taken out.
yep. It's funny you say that because my mom, when I was little, I got sick once a month. Never failed. I got a sore throat, sick every single fucking month. My mom begged my doctor to take my tonsils out. And he's like, nope, they're still fighting infection. So,
Yeah.
no.
Well, even the appendix, they say it has no use. It's a vestigial organ. But now they're seeing that it does. It is kind of a I don't know how you'd put it, but like it's fighting infection. It draws it
Yep.
up in there and then tries to kill it. I don't know.
Yep. And Linder says I have my eyebrows, hair, nails, eyelashes, and boobs. My boobs are real too. I just had to let you know.
So are mine. So are mine. I I did. I had a Mexican girlfriend. She had implants,
Oh,
and
yeah?
I called her silicone carne.
Oh, my God.
But don't.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm sorry, but speaking of puns, the other day I have to pull up. Give me a second. Um, I saw it was when I had my migraine, but I happened to put something on. I just happened to see you and Kazi G. going back and forth. Um, shit. I swore I
That's
screenshotted it.
that's a daily occurrence, so you'd have to narrow that down some.
I know, I swear. Oh, Kazi wrote, Zach is a baby donkey short of a petting zoo. See, that's how you do it. And you said,
we
I'm one asshole short of an asshole farm.
we got on the kick of just like one short of, like, it started out with someone saying somebody's a fry short of a happy meal or
That was
something.
me. That
Oh, was that you?
was me.
Okay.
Yes.
and and so it reminded me, this goes way back, like 20 something years ago. I was working with a friend of mine's a little younger than me, and he said one fry short of a happy meal about somebody, and then we said like their elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. We were trying to think of things like that, and we're out working in the sun, probably cooking our brains. We're shoveling gravel. We're just in a backyard shoveling some gravel, and I looked at it and I said, they're one rock short of a rock pile. And that killed, like, we were laughing so hard because, like, a rock pile has no definite number. For some reason that struck us funny. So I'm still friends with him. He moved away, but I'm still friends. And we will still text that or say that to this day, 20 years later, they're one rock short of a rock pile.
Yeah. And
But
I
then we just
saw
kept
that
going
one.
with that theme. Like, they're just one thing short of this and that. That was fun.
It was funny. I was watching you guys because it was Darth Vader that started it. Because she said, which one crayon short of a crayon box or whatever or something. It was one crayon short of something, and that's when I was like, nope, she's one fry short of a Happy Meal. And then you two just kept going, and I was like, I was just having a ball watching you two go back and forth because I mean, puns are like the stupid funny. They get me every time. I love them.
Yeah, they weren't like brilliant at all. They were just like stuff that doesn't make sense. But yeah, that was fun.
Like in the first chat I ever went to on the other Mary B's channel, they were talking about taint. I don't even remember why that came up, and I
The
kept
taint
putting
tool.
I kept putting taint puns in the chat.
It taint funny.
I was like, the taint man, taint no mountain high enough. I mean, I was
Yeah,
just
that's
going to town.
that's good. That's always fun. Causey
Do you
comes up
find
with some good ones. He's
Linder
not
says,
chat, is he?
no, he's not. And he was earlier, but he's not now. Linder says, do you find them punny? He's get me every time. I love
But
it. I don't know why. I don't know why stupid puns make me laugh, but they just do.
it it's all about delivery and time and place. Like, if I think it takes self awareness. Like, I'm aware that they're stupid and corny, and I do them anyways. If my dad does them sometimes, and he thinks he's really funny, and then it's kind of like we're all kind of side eyeing each other. He usually is funny, but when you think your when you think your joke is really good and it's a dad joke like that, it kind of takes the funny out
Yeah.
of it.
See, now I always say puns knowing they're pretty stupid, but
Yeah,
that's like why I find them funny.
yeah, yeah. I'm known for it.
Nikki
I
C
lean
says,
into it.
not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Yeah, that's another one. And wait, who was it? Oh, Bob said it was said not the brightest crayon in the box. That's what it was. Yeah. There's a lot of those. Um
Good stuff.
Lily says oops. Lily says I have my hair. It's not the original color. Have highlights. Have my own eyelashes. Have my own lips. Have my own ass. Have my own boobs. Have my own fingers. Have it all. Told me, and I'm proud of it.
I guess
Hey.
nothing's getting repoed on her. I'm friends with a plastic surgeon that tried to repo boobs.
Are you serious? How do
Oh, it
you
was
repo boobs?
well, he you can't really, but a guy brought his girlfriend in, paid for her, you know, enlargement, and then decided he didn't like her. So he'd already been paid with a credit card, and I think it was American Express. They came back in and pulled it back out of his account because uh, the boyfriend said he wasn't satisfied with the result, and the doctor was so ticked. He's like, I don't care if you don't like her still. You paid for him. So he was trying to figure out if there's legal action. So that was our joke. You have to go repo her boobs. That's pretty tough.
Like, yeah, because they're not just saline anymore. I mean, technically, you could just stick a needle in and suck the saline out, but
No,
most people have like silicone and stuff now.
I don't know. I don't understand all that. I understand. Well, I'd say I do. I know a girl that was like built like a boy, and she got a C size, so she looked completely normal. She looked fine. But somebody that has normal ones, that there used to be a woman in our town. I've heard she was an ex model for Playboy or something. But when she walked away from you in the grocery store, you could see them out past her arms. And she was like, without them, she'd have weighed 120 pounds, maybe. It just looked, it was like you had to look, but it wasn't even like, ooh, wow, she's hot. It was just funny. She looked so hot.
I don't understand the big jugs. I'm gonna be honest.
It
I've
looks
always
like
been a
a huge
bigger.
hassle.
I've always been a bigger chested girl, even when I was really skinny. I'm like, you can have them. You want some? You take mine.
Sure, yeah, if God gave them to you, then fine.
I don't get it. Like when somebody I see people on the TV or wherever saying they're like, I don't even know how far a bra size would go, but if they say they're like a G or a J or double G or double T, I don't even know. Like,
I have no idea.
what the fuck? Like, why do you how do you get around in life with that? My back hurts all the time, even before I had problems because of the bigger chest. Can you imagine carrying those things that cost, weigh maybe 20, 30 pounds a piece? Like, are you kidding me? No, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that just sounds like misery.
Yeah. So, Bob, are you retired? I just wanted to ask because he said he was a cop in Ohio. He's now in Southwest Florida. Florida.
Go
Um,
for it.
you're a retired cop, right? Are you on the force down in Florida? I'm just curious.
Hey, I'm gonna
He's
have
just
to run it. I'm at a supply place. I'm gonna have to run in for a few minutes. I'll be
okay, no
right back.
problem. Yep.
All right.
Linder says he's just mad another guy is playing with what he paid for. Yeah, I've seen that happen actually, where a man bought his girl, new boobies, and then they break up. And then it's like, what the fuck? It's not like he can ask for them back, you know? So another guy is going to be playing with those things you bought for. Yep. That's why I would never recommend a guy buying those for a girlfriend. I mean, honestly, because, I mean, either way, even if you stay together, like, I don't know. It's just a weird gift to me. But I also look at it like, I guess it depends too on if it's the woman's idea or the man's. So it's just a weird gift. Nikki C says, Bob, you could be close to me. I'm near Florabama. Florabama. That's funny. I've never seen it called that before. Can't be worse than New York City, but I'm sure it's gotten very political there. Yeah, I don't talk politics. Politics is just this. I'm gonna say this. America is a wonderful country. Don't get me wrong. We have wonderful things here. We have wonderful freedoms. It's an amazing place. With that being said, we obviously have some problems here. But, you know, I mean, what person, country, city, state, whatever doesn't really have problems? It's just that, like, without making I don't want to go into a political conversation. It's just the fact that the economics, like the economy sucks balls for everyone, unless you're in the top 10% of, you know, like, I don't know. It's like I don't even want to express my opinions on the matter because it'll just turn into politics, and that's not what I'm trying to get at all. It sucks for everyone, you know. Love, love, love the Gulf Shores, Alabama. Never been to Alabama. I've been to Texas. I've now been to Tennessee. I've driven through Indiana several times because I went down to Texas. I've been to many places in Ohio. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to New York. I've been to New Jersey. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Washington, D.C. I've been to Atlanta. I take that back. I just said I haven't been there. I have been to Atlanta, Georgia, down, not Alabama, but Georgia. My senior year, I think I talked about this once before, I'm not sure. My senior year, I graduated high school in 1996. That's when the Olympics were in Atlanta. My friend from high school, she had family that lived down there, offered us room and board. We flew standby, and it was pretty cool because on the way back, on the way home, because we were flying standby, the only two seats available was first class. The only time I've ever, and probably will ever, fly first class was when I was 17 years. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. Hold on. Okay, copy URL. There we go. If you oops. You can hear me, great. Okay, so here's the link to the fourth wall. Now there is, hey Aaron, go. How are you? Good to see you. There is a t-shirt on there, but I don't necessarily recommend anyone getting it because when I did do it, and that's why I left it up for the Detroit one, because it's the logo, according to the app or fourth wall website, it says the logo that I made, the pixels are not without going into description of DPI and pixels, it's basically not, the pixels aren't enough. There, it's got to be a bigger thing of pixels. So Hellfish, I've sent the logo to him. Also, I think it was Zach and Kazi both sent a website to try. Plus, Allie sent me her link to Adobe. So I am working on that. As well as, speaking of that, that's what reminded me. Can you believe this? So you know how some of you watched the couple videos of Aiden's that I signed up for the for the spreadsheet to look for intent. Well, when I went to the spreadsheet and I put in the notes that I did for the 3 episodes that I had watched, um, apparently it did not save. Because when I went back in yesterday, I think it was last night, I went to check and see if anything needed to be still signed up for. And my videos were still empty. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I messaged the other Mary B and Moesk, and I was like, I don't know what I did or how it didn't save. But thankfully, I still have my notes. They're all in a notebook, so I still have to re-add them. So I'm going to be working on that as well as this, the logo and stuff for the store. I'm also going to check out this other merch store to see if it's any better with the logos that I already have. But my retirement has been a 5-year road trip. Oh, that sounds like fun. I've always said that I wanted to, this is like my dream vacation, is to take a train around the entire continental United States. I would, even a car. I could do a car trip. I could take my YouTube on the road and I would have a fucking ball. The problem is I don't have a car. Like I I could do that no problem. And I would have so much fun doing it too. I hope you're having a wonderful time on your trip. Shoot, now my phone's misbehaving. Hold on, guys. Oh, I can hear you, Zach.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay,
I
wait.
got about another 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, got 10:50. Hey, Moni G, what's up? I missed some chats because I left the screen and then my chat thing reloaded. It's so stupid. Um, yeah, because I'm retarded, and because I did this at the last minute. I realized I hadn't put my laptop on the charger, so it was dead. So I'm on my phone, which is not easy to do the comment stuff on, because even though I have an iPhone 17 Pro Max, like I can only see 1 or 2 comments at a time, depending on how big the comment is.
Yeah, it blocks out everything else.
Yep.
Is your
Mm.
laptop charged up enough now? Because if you're on your phone and you just run your laptop with just YouTube and not through StreamYard, then it might be easier. I've streamed like that before, where I'm on my phone and see the stream on
Oh,
the computer.
oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Duh. I'm retarded. Yes, it is. I can put on YouTube, so I can just watch the chat on my laptop. How funny is it? I'm
Yeah,
so dumb.
yeah. Don't log in through StreamYard. Just like,
Yeah, just go to
but turn
YouTube.
the volume down or it'll mess you up because there's like like kind of a reverb thing.
Yes. Yes. Okay, hold on. YouTube. There we go. I wasn't even thinking about that. I didn't know, because like I thought like you'd have to switch over, like sign into, because I've done that once before where I went off my phone, I went into StreamYard, and then I was on the screen twice and I was echoing, and I had to literally shut off my phone for it to go away.
Yeah, yeah. The first time I think one of the very first, no, not the first time I streamed, but anyway, the first time I was on Experts, I had like StreamYard and YouTube open, and it started this feedback loop that was just built up, and it was echoing horrible. It was a lot. Bullstorm was very merciful and very sweet about it,
Aw.
as you can imagine.
Yes.
Turn off your other window, you stupid idiot. What are you doing, boomer? Thanks, Fallstorm.
Oh, look at that. I see it. Yay, this is so much better. Like, I got to remind myself to do this next time if I ever stream from my phone.
Yeah.
How much easier this is. Especially since I when I go on camera, I plan on going camera actually sometime in the next week, because I don't know if it'll be my psych night or just a regular casual day, because I finally have this nice setup that I had situated for when I before I got had my surgery. And because Akasha had sent me that USB extender port, so I have four ports. Then I what I did is, with a donation I got from someone right after my surgery, is I got an HDMI converter cable. So now I can put my laptop is hooked up to my TV now as a second monitor. So it's very cool. Like, I'm all excited.
Yeah. Yeah, that's neat. And then plus on there, you can just like pop out chat and just have it
Hmm.
as a window and shut off everything else. If it's draining battery or something, then
Yes,
you can just pop it out.
exactly. Yep. Having a second screen is like is like, I can't even describe it, because all this time I've been streaming from a tiny ass laptop, okay? And when you have to have multiple screens, like when I was streaming the trial and you're going back from, streaming other YouTube pages to StreamYard, and I'm trying to split the screen, when you only got a 13-inch screen barely, and one screen's only half of that. So you can imagine how tiny everything is. And, my eyesight sucks. So as I'm getting older.
Yeah, makes it a lot easier.
Yes. Let's see. Did I miss anything now that I can see the entire chat? It's so cool. I'm sorry. I get excited about the stupidest things. All
What are they
right. Let's
saying?
see.
What are they rumbling about?
Well, I saw Bob says, I don't think I look my age at all. I can tell you that I don't look my age, and Moni G can attest to that because she's seen me in person. Um, I've been on camera too, and I still to this day don't know how to use a fucking filter. So if anyone wants to teach me, I know Pretty Kooky was going to teach me on how to make songs. So I need someone to teach me how to use a filter, because I have no clue.
Melissa has said that there's levels of them on StreamYard. I didn't know you could do it directly from StreamYard.
Well,
So I don't
I
know.
don't
I
even.
haven't looked
I
at them.
have. Yeah, I've looked on StreamYard and I cannot find them for the life of me. Now, the only thing I can think is that maybe it's in the overlay part, because there is an overlay, but I don't see any that's like
Let
a
me see.
filter. I have no clue.
Settings, camera, no. That's just whether you're doing the front camera or the back. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything either. But I'm on my phone, so I don't know if on the laptop it may be a different format than.
Well, I have looked on my laptop and like extensively, and I still don't see, because even Nonsense, I don't know if you know who Nonsense is. She actually went over the whole Machado thing. She's a what they call a crama streamer. It's the crime
Oh
drama
yeah.
community.
Oh yeah.
She talks about all the locales. She does a lot of BHB and JLR and um um BJ and all those people, all those locales that have been around for a long, long time. But anyway, she described it the other night. She was on, and she showed the difference between like on StreamYard, no filter, and then like enhanced or whatever it is. And she said it's under the media assets or whatever, but I don't see it anywhere. And I'm nowhere. So if anyone knows, please tell me.
Yeah, I don't see anything. But I'm
Moni
not good
G,
at that, so.
Moni G says, Zach, you're brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I say, no, he's dumb, dumb, dumb. Just kidding.
Moni G said I'm dumb. She's usually nice to me.
No, I said that. Moni G called
Oh,
you
okay.
brilliant 3 times. And I said, no,
Uh,
he's not. I said, he's dumb. And then I said, just kidding. Zach is very intelligent.
mm,
Oh,
somewhat
Lily's
retarded, sometime
some,
intelligent.
somewhat retarded. Hey, see, you
I'm kind of
can.
retarded.
We all know
You,
that you can call yourself retarded. You did it to Aiden.
that's right. No, he called me retarded first, to be fair,
Yeah,
and
he
he was
did.
right. At that moment, I was pretty retarded. Well, I just mainly wasn't paying attention. I just kind of was listening in the background, and then I hear him say Proctor Kids, and I open up my phone screen and I see these little kids and he's making fun of them. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I just thought he was doing his thing where he just went too far on something, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just fired off that. Like, I can't believe you're making fun of those kids. They're going to need help, not to be made fun of. And
Right. Because you thought they were his kid. Right.
yeah, the kids he has now, like Proctor's, yeah, Proctor kids and Proctor's kids, that's the difference. But I wasn't paying attention before that to hear what he said leading up to that made it clear. So
Aw,
sometimes we're all kind of retarded.
that's for sure. And see, that's the difference between people like us and people like the other people. Like, at least we can admit it and we can
Yeah.
apologize. It's
Yup.
not that hard to just simply apologize, especially when you know you're in the wrong. And when tens of thousands of people are telling you you're in the wrong, like not to go back to that topic, it just pisses me off, especially since it's just instead of going away, like it's been weeks now, just move on to something else. They just keep finding something else to stir up, like that fucking accusation that pissed me off so fucking bad. Have we not learned anything about calling people PDF files on the fucking internet? I mean, why does this
Oh,
keep happening?
yeah. The last one that was so ridiculous. He never even said anything about kids.
No.
He said
And what?
a daughter, and I did a study, and even women over 75, 97.3% of them were still daughters.
Well, yeah, that's my point. My whole thing is, why did that?
It was a joke.
I know, and this is I'm going to tell you something right now, and this is what I was about to say is that I want to laugh because I know it's a joke, but this is the one thing that pisses me off so bad,
Yeah.
and the one thing that I ranted about for hours when I first started my channel, what they did to Ray from Dallas. I didn't even listen to Ray back then. I've been listening to him lately about the Richard Allen case. But that's,
The
like,
Delphi, yeah, he's doing a really good job on that.
yes, it's, oh my God, the stuff I'm learning about that case is craziness. But my point is that people have been calling people PDF files in this community. I mean, it started with Baker way back with JFK crew, car crew. And then during that to Ray from Dallas, they called basically every male creator they don't like a PDF file. But my point in going to that is it's the person like her who automatically assumed that the neighbor's daughter was a minor. That's the mind I worry about. Like, why did your mind automatically assume that the neighbor's daughter was a minor, not a 50-year-old woman? Like, do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So,
I don't know. I think she's
uh,
weird.
yeah, sorry. Like, I shouldn't even have brought it up because, like, that just whole topic just pisses me off so bad.
There's a
Let's
Snork
see.
appearance.
Oh yay, Snork! I was looking for that comment I put up and I took it down by accident. There, because Bob says the only bad thing about traveling this long is that I haven't this is the longest I've ever gone without a dog. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, travel with a dog.
there,
He
Zach
likes to
travels with
travel.
his dog. Yeah.
He goes everywhere.
Snork, we love you. Snork.
Woof,
Hey,
woof,
sweetie.
woof, woof. Woo, 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 woo. Woof.
See him. We got to get him and Brando together one time. I swear, those two are. I call them my virtual emotional support animals.
Yep. We're about to go see my Aunt Joy. She's 96. And
Oh,
so she loves Schnork.
oh,
So I'm going
that's
to drop by and,
wonderful.
yeah, drop
That's
by and say hi to her.
well. Tell your Aunt Joy that um she has the most amazing but obnoxious nephew.
She knows. She knows the obnoxious part. She's
Well,
a she's a neat person. 96, and she's been going strong until like the last 6 months or so, and she's having more tough time walking and all that. But she's an awesome person.
that's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well,
So
thank you, Zach, and Schnork for joining me today. And I will get in touch with you when I hit 500. According to Healthfish, I'm now down to 37 more. That's it. 37 more subs. Yay. And we're
yeah,
going
I'll keep tabs.
to
But
party.
I have to tell people that I'm going offline because if I don't, then I won't hold myself accountable. So I'll be sending out a message to Expert and Baker and a couple of them just saying, "Hey, nothing's wrong. I'm just taking my break." Because then if
Yes.
I do it, then I feel like if I'm in their chat later that I broke my word to myself. Because I was going to do this last week and I didn't tell anybody, and so nobody knew that I didn't do it.
Hmm.
So I gotta tell people to hold myself accountable.
Plus, everyone will miss you. And at least you tell people they can get around that, like, hey, Zach's just taking a break. He's okay. Because people are like, what the fuck happened to him? Make sure you're okay.
He's in jail.
We don't want to
So,
start that rumor.
oh well, tell Jess. I'm sure she'll tell everybody.
Right? Someone go tell a bunny that Zach got arrested and see how fast it spreads.
Yeah, that would be funny. Uh,
Now, if you get online later when you're done and you see that somewhere that Zach got arrested, one of them was watching this.
yeah, I may.
uh,
I'm. What I did say is I'm gonna once a week check in with one of those people and just say hi real quick and then get back out. But just to let people
yeah.
know I'm doing good.
Well, I don't remember, I have your email, right? So I think I have
Yeah,
your email and I can DM you on Discord. So, um, just keep an
there
eye
you
on
go.
that when you get online and I'll, keep in touch that way when it comes time to have my 500 celebration stream, which hopefully will
Okay.
be, in the next couple of weeks. Yay.
Hopefully, yeah.
So
All
I'm
right.
so
Good.
excited. So you have a great time with your Auntie Joy and thanks for joining me today. And we'll talk soon,
Yeah.
sweetie.
Good to see you.
Bye, Zach.
Bye.
All right, you guys. So Zach's awesome. I know it's so funny because we talked the other day. If anyone saw that, um, the comment in Baker's chat, I can't remember who said it now, but someone's like, um, Zach and Scarlett make a handsome couple. And Zach and I both basically put in the chat at the exact same time. He wrote, Scarlett's my sis. And I wrote, he's like my brother. And then Zach wrote Jinx because those comments went pretty much back to back. It was hysterical. He's like the big brother I kind of wanted, I guess. I have a big brother, but we never got along. So, um, that's the way I look at Zach, which is funny because it's funny how random people on the internet want to couple people. Like I've seen when I had Kazi on for the first time, people are like, "Oh, you and Kazi," and then it went a long time with Kazi and Sparkly Rabbit. Like just the most random things. Like just because you stream together and one's a male and one's a female doesn't mean that you like need or belong as a couple. It's just funny how people do that. I'm sick of all of it too, says my G. I really am. Like this is I'm so over the drama of it all. I am. That's why I haven't been in chats. Besides the migraine, I've been taking a step back from chats, even though I've been listening to some streams. Like I listened to Baker this morning, just wasn't in the chat. I listened to a little bit of Baker last night while I was getting rid of the last of my migraine. Um, but just stepping away from the keyboard and the online world is can do wonders for someone sometimes. And there are certain people right now that I truly believe should log off, get some sun, go do real world things. Try not yelling at people on a daily basis. Trying to be happy is a choice. Like, it's one of the biggest things my mom ever taught me because my mom was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis when I was 3 years old in 1982. She was told she'd never walk again in 1986. My dad left, and my mom was like, nope, I got 2 kids. I need to walk. 80% numbness in her feet, and she found a way to get out of that wheelchair. And throughout her life, she had lots of health issues. And I've talked a little bit about them before, without getting into it. You know, she had a lot, but she always fought and rarely complained. That's why I call my mom my hero. She was my best friend, and that's why it's hard for me to truly talk about her without crying. I think I can do it right now because when I talk about how just amazing she was in the stuff that she did for me, at least it does make me happy to think back about those times and what she really truly went through. And the biggest thing she taught me is that no matter what you're going through, you can choose to either drown in it or float, because you can't get out of it. I mean, no one chooses to have health conditions that are disabled or debilitating. God, I can't even speak today. Um, you know, certain things can't be helped, and it's all on how you deal with it. And I'm not perfect at dealing. I probably suck at dealing with a lot of things. I'm going to be honest. Um, but I'm still trying. I still try every day to be a better person. I still try to be just be better. I think that's all we can do. If you just are a shitty person who does shitty things for no fucking reason, like you need to reevaluate why you are that way. And this is where I started the stream, and where the stuff that my brain just wants to constantly analyze and figure out, like, how do you even go about breaking through someone's like delusional barrier? I have no clue. Oh, Lily says, I'm taking a break as well if drama continues because it's weird and obtuse. Yeah. And it's you can only take so much. Everyone's that way. Like I even said, I'm even to the point where I haven't watched all of Jolene's streams, even though I'd love to laugh. I just it's not funny to me anymore. It's not funny to me. It's getting old, as Moni G said. It's just old. I'm over it. I don't even want to hear her name. Like, what I choose to discuss on my channel is not even technically her, it's the behaviors and the mentality of all the people that act like that. Because there unfortunately are plenty of them. Nikki C says, I'll be back in a few minutes. Gotta work, but I'm here listening. Okay, sweetie. I'm sick of New England petty. Yeah. And this is what's it's strange because even me saying this, I'm gonna be honest. Will the Glare had posted a YouTube stream the other day, and I was all bummed when he took it down because even though I'm sick of it, there are certain people like Will that can make me laugh in the middle of all this. I truly appreciate Will's. And I think it's also too that Will isn't streaming every day. Like, and don't get me wrong, this is not a critique or anything on Jolene because she's funny. She's hysterical. I really like her. But even though certain people or other streamers seem to be the gifts that keep on giving, it's every day is a lot on one person because they keep doing the same shit over and over and over. I'm going to keep pushing back as long as they are lying. I don't like bullies. You know, Bob, I'm glad to have you, and I'm going to tell you why. Certain people that know me that I don't like confrontation. I hate bullies. However, I'm also the one that will back down first because and say I'm sorry just because I don't want to fight. However, with that being said, one of the things at 47 now is I pick and choose my battles. It's up to me. And my mental health is all up to me. It's one of the things I work on every day. So there are certain things that I will back down, even to a bully, just because of my mental health. It's for me, not for them. But there are also now limitations to that. There are a few things out there that I would never back down to. And I commend anyone out there that is strong enough to stand up for everything and never back down. I just know my limitations. So with that, so I appreciate people like you, Bob, that will go out there and stick up for the bullies no matter what, as long as it doesn't take a hit to your mental health. Lily says, I don't like bullies either and don't mind the night roasts now and again. But when you're talking about real life stuff, come on this is the internet. YouTube crazy. Exactly. And that's it. This is the internet. It's a virtual world. It's not the real world. So don't be bringing in people's families. Don't be doxing people. And just all around, don't be a shitty person just to be a shitty person, you know? Hey, Melissa, how are you? Sorry, I'm behind in chat again because I got on a little. This is what happens with me. Will is so in love. I'm so happy for him. Yeah, his new girl's a bombshell. If you guys have seen her, whoo wee, she is drop dead gorgeous. Have to say. And listen, I said this the other day. I'm so happy for him. And this is, hold on, sorry guys. My mouth is getting dry. Take a sip of my pulp. Why people can't be happy for other people, like, I just don't get it. Like, there's, I think everyone may experience a little maybe jealousy or envy for maybe something someone else has in their life. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't happy for what the other person had or got or does or whatever. Right? But then there are other people who are either just flat out jealous of what someone has or, or is doing, and they just want to tear them down. And the reason I want to tear them down is because they're not happy with their lives, so they don't want anybody else to be happy. And it's like, this isn't their fault that you're not happy. So they should suffer because you suffer? What? And this goes back to what I was saying about my mom. My mom, in the midst of everything that happened to her, as far as medical, my dad leaving, my dad cheating on her, you know, my mom never gave up. She never said, nope, I can't smile today or be happy for anyone else because I have too much shit going on in my life, too much crap on me. Nope, nope, nope. She was like, no, I got kids to take care of. I got a life to live. I've got this, I've got that, I've got family. She just, she chose, and it's a choice. You choose the way you look at things, the way you take things in, the way you respond. Those are all your choices. And like, even if we're not perfect, nobody's perfect. We may act wrong, we may respond wrong, but then you do a little inner reflection and say, "Oh, that's probably not how I should have done that. I need to learn and fix that next time." That's how we grow, right? That's how we mature. And if you are just going to sit here, and I've heard this as a rumor, so can't it's verify anything because I don't watch certain people. But if you're constantly going around and blaming your traumatic childhood for everything, like, you got you have a choice. You have many choices. You have a choice to get help or not. You have a choice to be that way or not. You have a choice to be mean, accept what happened, whatever did happen, and move on, or work through it, or get help. Those are all your choices. If you're if you were treated shitty as a child, how is that an excuse in my book for you to go be shitty to other people? Like, they're not the ones who are shitty to you. They're not responsible for that. I don't even like I just don't even know what else to say about that. That you just these people that are just shitty people for no fucking reason. Sorry, I'll catch up with the chat because sometimes I get on a little preachy and then I forget about the chat. So sorry about that. Bob says, I'm really getting close to calling Jess on her show and discussing the list I sent her. I know she'll take my call. She called me multiple times after I sent it. You know, that narcissistic list, I'm actually surprised that she read it on stream. Well, I take that back. Initially, I was surprised. But the more I thought about it and the more I realized how much she doesn't care, that she may be a little bit more self aware than I gave her credit for, but she just doesn't care. So I don't know how deep that goes. I don't know how self aware she really is and how much she doesn't care. Is it 100%? I don't know. Is it 100% that she knows what kind of person she is? She knows she's a shitty person and she knows what she's doing and she just don't fucking care? I don't know. Is it that she kind of knows, but she's putting on an act? Is it that she is totally blind to the kind of person that she is? I don't know. I really don't. I would love to see her reaction though. I did not see that her reading that narcissistic characteristics list. I might have to go find it. And I'm going to say here, Bob, I know you said it's very difficult to win a bully over. Yeah, it really the best thing you do is to ignore them. The problem is most bullies, if you ignore them and don't get them what they're seeking, will normally go find someone else. It's just it never stops. So even if we all, and I agree that we probably should just all stop talking about her, but even if we did, she wouldn't stop. She would, once this whole thing, if and every single person that didn't like her because of the whole Baker situation and the Baker stuff that she brings up, if every one of those people just stopped talking about her and about that situation, she would drum up something else to cause drama, to cause her to be the center of attention. The same thing that happened with 5150. Every time 5150 is finally like stop talking about, or people stop talking about her because other shit's going on, other drama has taken priority, she finds a way to insert herself into the whole fucking mess. Old Talk says, I don't understand envy at all. Somebody has something is not nothing away from you. I understand jealousy to a point. You have a fear of losing and jealousy. Yeah. And I mean, to be a little maybe envious of something that someone has. I mean, I don't really get there. But as a human, as a human nature, if you want something and you saw someone else, let's say you saw your best friend get the dress you wanted, or speaking of a girl, you know, be a little envious that maybe you couldn't afford that dress and she could, and that she has it, and that whatever. I can see it from that standpoint. But to constantly be looking outward at everyone else, saying, why them, not me, and then do nothing. Like you the amount of choices that these people make on a daily basis to get where they're at. Like I think a lot of them don't even realize that they've made their own situation to, to an extent. You I don't even know how else to describe it. Like we're not responsible for the things that were done to us, whether it was as a child, as an adult, but we are responsible for what we do after. Oops. Let's see. I lost my spot. Sorry, guys. I knew she would call me after I sent it. I knew I would not take her call because it eats her alive. I knew she'd use it for content. The plan was perfect. So, did she try to call you while she was live? Yep. Some people continue the family name and some people stop the cycle. Yep. Yeah, Lily, hold on. I just saw this comment. Where'd it go? Damn it. I can see the comment easier on my computer, but trying to put it up on the screen from my phone is annoying as all hell. Yeah, yeah, I can't hate watch her either. Like, I can't hate watch anyone. It's the same with the car crew, fucktards, cry fart, twisted panties. Like, I can't watch any of them. The only time I can ever watch or tolerate them is when someone else is watching them, or the few times, like that one day we were in there, nice trolling twisted panties. It was hilarious. It was funny, but nobody's done anything mean to her at all. I don't watch her anymore either, but she called me at 9 a.m. and I went to her show knowing that was the topic, and it was. So she called you before she went on stream, right? Yeah, Lily asks Bob, if you can tell me what stream it was, I will go look at it just once. I'd be interested to at least go see that one part. So Bob's gonna look call logs. Okay, I will tell you this much. Oh, there's the one. Okay, hold on. She blames her shitty behavior before YouTube on her stepdad. Now she blames everything on Aiden that has happened to her on YouTube. Make that make sense? Yeah, it doesn't. And this is what I'm saying. This is the thing I was saying specifically about. I don't know if it's true or not. Whatever happened to her by her dad or stepdad, whatever. Whether that's true or not, I'm not even gonna speculate on that. But as a 50-year-old woman, you have to deal with it. And it's not a reason or an excuse for you to just shit on everyone else. And I'm sorry. I know I've said this. I repeat myself a lot, so I do apologize for that. But I've said this a lot. She built her channel off Aiden's back, no matter what anyone else thinks. She literally told Aiden on that exit interview, she don't give a fuck about the First Amendment. She said that. Okay. It's fine. But you cannot tell me she did not build her channel off of Aiden. She did not, she got monetized in like a week. She got her first interview was Krusty Panties. You do not do that unless you're trying to create drama. You know for a fact she knew that Krusty Panties on her show would get her a shit ton of views. And Aiden would mention it. She didn't start her channel from zero like a lot of people did. I technically didn't even start from zero. I mean, I had streams in the beginning where I'd know people here, but I still had subscribers, 30 to 40 subscribers right away when I decided to go live because of Rat House Media. Because of the people and friends that I made in Danny's chat, in Discord, people that were nice enough to come over and subscribe and hang out with me. But it's still completely different than you using Aiden's name and people related to Aiden to get your channel up and running. Like Baker says all the time, you can have like it's very easy to create a drama live stream to get views, especially with thumbnails nowadays. Once you're out in the algorithm even a little bit, once one person sees something that is they think is drama and might be fun to watch, they're going to tell 10 other people and they're going to tell 10 more, and before you know it, like I could make a stream right now, especially having almost 500 subscribers, that I could put up a thumbnail like people have been doing of Jess Machado and making fun of her or something like that. And I probably would get double what I normally have. But that's not what I want for my channel. That's not how I want my channel portrayed, nor do I want me portrayed that way. But she didn't care what her channel looked like. She only, and like I talked about this a little bit the other day about the person who is all about instant gratification. It's all about now, not later. She doesn't care what happens tomorrow. She only cares about right now, which is another reason why she doesn't care about all the fucking subscribers that she's lost. But when she realizes, when like all these hate views stop, when people stop talking about her, when there are still some people that may still watch her, that will come to their senses at some point and be like, what the hell was I thinking? I don't know why I thought this was good content. When all of that happens, she's going to do something else, which is, and this goes back to even now. I already think she's doing it. I already think that she's full of shit, that she realizes what's going on. And that's why she did that whole comment, PDF file comment about Baker. Because she knew it would have to be something drastic to cause, especially Baker, to even bring it up again. That's my opinion. Okay, sorry. She called you at 8:53 while on her show. Oh, I'm gonna have to go look at that. Which day was it? Hold on. Did you say what day it was? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I can't find it. Bob, if you can tell me what day it was, I'll go check it. Check it out. Old Doc says, yeah, maybe it's time to just step away and let her do what she does. We can't really stop her. We can only stop watching her. Yep. And also not get psycho over her. I see that as a thing also. Let's not. I agree with you, Old Doc. Totally. And that's why when I come on here and talk about this, I want to make it perfectly clear that I'm not coming on here to bash her. I'm not coming on here to be mean or nasty, just to be mean and nasty or cause drama. I really try to evaluate why people are the way they are and how people can be so nasty and cruel is one of the biggest things I've always struggled with. Exactly why I got into true crime. Watching people unalive each other and or grape each other or steal money or embezzle, but that's what embezzlement. I don't get it. The people that commit crimes, it's the mind that gets me, and I'm trying to understand how someone gets to that point. And understanding the difference between psychology and sociology, which is and psychopathy versus sociopathy. I can never say that word, right? I always do that. Um, People don't realize the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath. I actually had a stream on it a while ago when I first started doing a psych stream. But the biggest difference, psychopaths are born, sociopaths are made. So you're either born with a conscience or you're not. Now, you can possibly be born with a conscience and empathy, but it can be, for lack of a better term, beat out of you. But I don't necessarily mean it like that. Some way, shape, or form, it can be beat out of you to the point where you lack any sort of caring for anyone, including yourself. I don't even know where the timestamp would be, and I can't even no worries. She was already streaming. Okay. Yeah, we can dislike people and not get psycho over it. I know what you meant. I see it, but I know what you meant. Yeah. And that's what I've said it several times. It's very, very simple, especially on YouTube, to keep scrolling. If you don't like something, it's just move on. It takes seconds to just scroll to another video, another page, another anything. She claims she talks about menopause. No, she talks about her menopause. She doesn't bring up articles. She doesn't tell women different signs and symptoms of what they can do. Now, I have to say that I talk about my menopause as far as postmenopausal and how I'm in a perpetual hot flash. I've talked about that. But I also encourage other people to share, just to share. Sometimes you got to get it out. You got to vent. Oh, 3 days. Oh, 3 days ago, I'm assuming, Bob. She criticized Ray Purple for having Jen Altman on their shows. Wow. I did see, if you guys haven't seen Nicholas post on YouTube, let me share that link. Give me a second. Hold on, I'll be right back. I think I might lose the audio for a second. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I think I lost you for a second. It's weird. Um, but of all the things, of all the people that she um disparages, and that no one is safe from her doing that. Even people she considered her friends. It's really sad. To me, it's sad. Yep, narc trait, sense of entitlement. Yeah. Please tell me you've all heard her say that she wishes all her haters success because that means they leave her alone. Yeah, right. She said that. I mean, I believe you, but she don't mean it. Because she already thanked them for all the money she made. I did hear that part. When she was getting her last macchiato milk, whole milk pistachio crap, I heard her say, "Thank you all." And then she goes, "Not you in the chat, all my hate watchers. Thank you for my coffee, basically, because I made the most I ever made." Well, yeah. I don't even believe that, but um, if it's true, even if it was true, you have to realize that this is a now thing. It's not going to last. But see, someone that's, I don't know, short sighted, maybe is a word, um, can't see or even look to the future. She wants this YouTube to be her full-time job. It is her full-time job, apparently. But she has no respect for it. She keeps losing subs. One day she understands that hate views don't last. People get bored. I did. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, that's because and this is what I'm saying. I truly think she's come to realize that um the surge from all this drama is not going to last. And so she's trying to create more. Okay, so the one that is the title of the morning show that had the narcissistic traits was the 24 and 24 stage 5 drinker edition is the title. Okay, thanks, Bob. I'm gonna have to check that out. She admitted to lack of empathy. Wow. I'm surprised she even admitted to that. It's crazy. It is fascinating to consider why people commit senselessly cruel acts. I hope we find the answer and make everything better. I'm with you there, old dog. I have this sick like fantasy that somehow we can get the world to a place that we don't have stuff like this happen. All of the above. Crimes, bad things to other people. It's and the and I don't know how people might feel about me saying this, but a lot of times it's all about money. I hate money, which is another reason I'm perfectly satisfied having very little of it. I I don't need a lot of things. It sucks when it comes to the point where I'm broke and can't pay my rent and I worry about getting evicted. Yeah, especially when, my daily fuck you Boost Mobile um companies that are all about the money take money that doesn't belong to them. I mean, this is why I just, to me, and this goes back, I just read your comment too. Hold on. Where is it? The monetization, this one. It only took her 3 days to get monetized. The show about the list was 5 days ago. I just emailed it to you. Thank you, Bob. But this is what I'm saying. Most people, I think I said this the other day, that most people, when they start the YouTube channel, know that you're not going to make money right away. But it doesn't mean you start a YouTube channel not expecting to make a little bit of money, maybe. Um, it's not free to stream. So you have to realize that starting out, you're going to probably lose a little bit of money. And with her, this is why I'm assuming, didn't have a real job or whatever, that she was a supposed reporter. Um, but I'm supposing she did this the same reason most people start a YouTube channel is because even if it's only a small portion of why, they want to try and make a little bit of extra money. Even me, who sits here and talks about nothing sometimes and just hangs with my chat. Yeah, my whole point was because, yeah, I'm opinionated, I know this, and I thought, what the hell, maybe I find people out there that want to share their opinion with me and we can have a dialogue about true crime and psychological phenomenon. That's where I wanted to go with my channel. But I figured, let's just see where it goes. That's my interest, that's what I want to do. I'm still going to do that. I haven't got into the psychological stuff as much as I really want to. Um, and the biggest thing for me was just to want to share some information. Maybe share a few things that I've learned along the way studying psychology. And even when I decided to go into psychology, was my intent was always to help someone. And hey, if I can bring awareness to maybe one person about psychology or mental health that helps someone along the way, that's awesome. But I'm not going to deny either that I thought maybe along the way I could get to a point where I'm almost, I'm monetized, and here I'm almost there where I can make a little bit of extra money. But that's also goes back to the fact that I think about the future. I know where my limitations are. I know the issues I have, medically speaking, and um, the money that I make, and how I'm not in a great position at 47 years old. Um, I got denied disability. I'm working on getting it, trying to go through the system again, but that's going to take a couple years. So working with what I can work with, I figured what's maybe a way I can make a little extra money. Because in my world, even $50 a month is a huge deal. And there's a lot of people out there like that right now, you know? But you can't tell me, going back to why I even got off on this tangent, you can't tell me that she didn't start her channel the way she did purposely off of Aiden and his name and Krusty Panties. I'm sorry. It's a bunch of bullshit. Money is the root of all evil. This is what I'm saying, Lily. Nicola! Hey, sweetie! Good to see you. If it's not earned, then it's taken for granted. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say this. I am fully transparent about the situation I'm in medically. I'm well, not fully. I don't tell them all my details, but the basis of it. I have CRPS. I've had both my hips replaced. I have to get another hip replacement. I just had a surgery scope on my on my right hip. I, I have nerve damage in my lumbar spine. It's, but I do what I can still. I try to work what I can. I do what I can to survive. Even on here, I feel guilty. You have no idea. I feel guilty when people send me money, to the point where I try not even to mention my PayPal because I'm not monetized. I can't do super chats. But there are some freaking awesome people on the internet who send me a PayPal now and then, or buy me a coffee, or donate to my Givesendgo, which a friend made for me when Boost Mobile stole my money. And I put those links in my bio thinking, hey, just because there are some amazingly generous people out there, and I appreciate it. I don't even know how to express my gratitude to the people that have donated to me. I wish I could do more. But then there's other people on the internet who just automatically expect that they have a YouTube channel. They go live and they're like, please send me money, send me money, send me money. And it's just gross. She's been fired from multiple jobs. Oh, I didn't know that either. Wow. How do you get fired? Like, like I understand people get fired. Um, if maybe they, are going through a hard time in their life, maybe they're not up to par, maybe they had an illness, they were missed too much work. Maybe you know, but how do you do that multiple times? It can't be because I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to even evaluate that because I don't know why. I guess maybe I should keep my mouth shut because I don't know why she was fired and stuff. So I guess I'll just leave it at that. It's okay if you want to make YouTube your job or if you're doing it as a side hustle. So I have extra. Yeah. Yeah. So you have extra cash. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm going to say is it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing this and having everyone. This is what I'm saying. Almost everyone, if not everyone that goes on YouTube has that in their mind that, hey, maybe I can make some money off this. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's when you go on here and are constantly begging and then, and this is the one thing that I did here that was the biggest disgusting thing to me, besides the accusations and the bullshit, name calling and all that she has said is that she bragged about how much money she made, but then apparently is begging her chat for money for a new studio. Like, that's just gross. Like, if someone sent me a heating pad, let's say, because I'm bringing it up because I just talked about how I don't have a heating pad right now. Like, that is something that would be amazing to me. And that someone would go out of their way, just like I've had things donated to me. I've had packages now sent to me a couple times with some awesome gifts from amazing people out there. Like, those are the things I truly, truly appreciate everything that someone's given to me, but I don't sit on here and expect it. I hope that people don't see that in me. I hope to God. I just want to share some time with some great people in my chat. That's like the best thing that's happened to me. It's brought me out of autopilot. You guys have probably heard me talk a lot about that, how I was living my life on autopilot before all this. And now I just get excited to hang out with people on the internet that are amazing. That's not the issue. She's doing hard to people no matter what it costs them to make money. Exactly. Exactly, Lily. That's why I wanted to be a cop. Cops don't and will never make enough money to put life online. I agree there too. Teachers are another one. Teachers never have never made enough money. Cops as well. Because teachers, we have to put it simply, teachers nowadays put their lives on the line. That's how I see it. With how many school shootings and things like that go on, and kids attacking their teachers, like, it's insane. That's why I used to subscribe to Apple News, and that's why I unsubscribed to Apple News and stopped reading news articles on the internet, was because I couldn't wake up one more morning and read about another school shooting. Like, I just couldn't do it. Yep, always underpaid are good cops and good teachers. 100%. Yeah, nurses, EMTs, like, this is another thing as far as the medical field goes. Nurses, most of the time, make at least decent. I'm going to say decent. Not enough, but decent money. However, with that being said, compared to what doctors make, it's not enough. And then you have like the techs. Yes, techs didn't go to school for as long as nurses did. However, techs do a lot of the grunt work, you know, a, a lot of the work that nobody really wants to do. So they're also completely underpaid. Howie Carshow fired her. Fall River Reporter fired her. Those were the last two because she's pompous. Wow. That's why she was fired. Oh, yeah. Wow. And it's not even a person going on live and asking for help. I respect more. It's the fact that she does harm to people. Exactly. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I was saying earlier about the people that send her money. The people that send people like her money and Twisted Tragedies money and Lana money, these people that love to put out false narratives and accusations and say nasty things just to be fucking nasty, it just grosses me out. News is toxic for empaths. Yes, this is what I'm saying. I can't I even when I had the news, when I had Apple News, I could only take so much. Like I would have to limit myself to I'd be like, okay, 15 minutes to see the main things going on because once I get involved, then I don't stop and then I'm sick. Like I physically get ill for if I'm reading, like if I get too in depth. Um into the news and stuff. It's so I was like, even when I was little, my mom, I even had to beg my mom when I was younger to turn off the news if I was in the living room with her while she had the TV on. Like, please, 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 can we watch something else? I added pompous as my opinion. Yeah, I got you. I work in healthcare. It's a thankless job. It is. It is. Especially the lower you are on the totem pole. I'm a CCMA. um I was an intake coordinator, or not coordinator, but an intake yeah, coordinator. I almost forgot my position. I was a care advocate. These are my titles at my jobs. Um and a lot of them are the lowest on the totem pole where you're doing the thankless work, whether it's paperwork or cleaning up someone's shit. And I mean that literally, like techs in the hospital. That's what they do. If a patient shits the bed, they clean them up. Like, that's the kind of shit they do day in and day out and get paid squat. It's awful. Healthcare is not working for people who need it. Needs it. So people working in the field are faced with the frustration and anger. 100%. A month ago, she said she might not stream the rest of June, but really had to because she needed the money. Someone then gifted her 5,000 on that Saturday. She went to the casino Sunday. It was back live Monday. See, this is what I'm talking about. If someone, okay, let me explain something. Just in case there's someone out there with an extra $5,000, okay? And I'll even provide receipts. If I got $5,000, I would be able to pay rent for a couple months, groceries, buy a heating pad. There's a list of things that I need, like a heating pad that I could probably do. And be set to start for next month. Like if I had someone send me $5,000, I'd not only burst into tears, like I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. Like I wouldn't even know how to handle someone sending me that kind of money. Because $5,000 is a shit ton of fucking money to me. You have like I just the people that take that kind of money and fucking go to the casino is just fucking disgusting. I was sent $300 by someone and I instantly started crying. But with that money, I had $150 still that I needed to pay for my transportation to and from the hospital when I had my surgery. I bought, I think it was like 100, it was like just under $100 worth of groceries. And what else? Oh, and my StreamYard. That's $300 right there. Like it was gone like that. But it helped me be able to keep streaming every day, or well, as much as I could, as much as I want to. Because when you use this free StreamYard, just an FYI, you're only allowed 20 hours in a 30-day period for free. If you want to stream more than that, which I do, you need to pay the at least minimum, which is $44.99 a month. Oh, that's one example of grifting, that's for sure. It's gross. It grosses me out because $5,000 could change my life. Like when my friend made my Givesendgo, she put $5,000 as a goal, and I told her to change it down to 3,500 because I don't want more than I need. Like I went through with my rent and the money that was taken from me. Like I was trying to figure out what exactly I would need that would not only catch me up, but maybe get me ahead for maybe a month or two. Because I was back rent. So, um, um, my rent, yeah, I don't mind saying my rent. I live in a 1 bedroom furnished apartment. Is 1,400, but it's all inclusive, no bills. I don't pay heat, rent, or I mean heat, electric, anything. And then it's $90 included in the rent, or plus the rent. So 1,490 total includes my internet bill, which I have to have to stream. Um, so you know, 2 months rent, or my rent that was past due was 1,490, and then the next month 1,490. So that's 3,000 right there. And then I was like, okay, $500 extra for food, whatever. Now I think I've made, I think on the Gifts and Go, I think I made like $400, $500 maybe. I haven't checked it, I'll be honest. I don't think anybody's donated in a while. Because I normally get an email. Um, I didn't see one. Um, but it's still out there. I just don't have I don't have like a big social circle to share it. Um, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like I don't want more money than this is, I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm not doing this to get a bunch of money that I don't need. That's why she says June has been her best month ever, not for views or subs, but adding 5,000 donation in one day. See, I didn't know that. So, oops, I keep doing that. Um, so yeah, I mean, this goes back to the whole mentality of she's thinking about now, not later. It's all about right now, instant gratification. She has no clue what it's going to be like a month from now when she doesn't get a $5,000 donation, when she doesn't have the hate views, when she doesn't have. And the biggest thing, one of the biggest things that I was told by someone who has been around YouTube for many, many years about the algorithm and stuff is that now that she's under 10,000, she's lost a lot of perks. Not to mention one of the biggest things is about being in the algorithm and getting yourself out there to get more subscribers and more people watching you. And when you not only dip under 10,000, you lose almost 20% of your subscribers that quickly. Like YouTube's algorithm is going to realize like there's something wrong with you and your channel. I agree with you there, Nicola. And when you work in the healthcare field and you do get a thankful, which is rare, but when you do, it means a lot. It's amazing. It is a thankless job, and um, there are a lot of thankless jobs that not only are thankless, they get paid shitty. I mean, it sucks. It just sucks. We know when our kids' birthdays are. Jeff's B-Day, when Jack's truck breaks down, when a kid can't find a job, when the brakes go out in her car, when the fence is broken, all to grift. Wow. I did hear about that. I take that. I did hear about that. Um, that she's constantly talking about something being broken but like I said, I don't run out. I try not to run out and just say, "Oh, she said this and this," or "I heard this," or because I don't listen to her. I hear things. I don't know. Allegedly, I guess I should say that she's constantly got something going on that she needs, which is why she wants, and she constantly talks about it. So someone will give her money for it. Everyone's saying the 10,000 threshold is the big difference. Yeah, this is what I hear too. That's what I'm saying. So, oh, she's at 9,740. So she's lost another, because she was at 983. She lost another 900 in her 2 days. Wow. I think it was 983, someone said the other day. I could be wrong on that though. 20% of TB is 32,000 subs. It's not the number, it's the percentage that is killing her. Yeah. Bob says, I was a fan. Everything I know she has said, nothing is fabricated. She literally tells us everything. Wow. Wow. Like I'll be honest, I shared more than I probably ever thought I would when I started my channel. However, the reason that I have shared what I have shared about my medical especially is because I found a lot of people that I can relate to and that relate to me, especially with pain. Um And that's why I feel comfortable sharing it. However, the one thing I don't, and you guys never hear me talk about, is my son. My son's off limits. Like I talk in generalities. I've said his age, that he's out on his own. He has a great job. He's been promoted several times. I don't think I've ever said where, but I may have. I don't care. I'm not going to say it again. If I didn't, if I did, it's not a big deal. Um, but he's doing wonderful, and I could never be more proud. My son is an amazing human being. but I've never said his birthday. I have said he's a Gemini, and that's about it. Like, there are things that are private. There are things that I will never say. And that's because they're private. They're for me. They're not for the public consumption. And my hope is that when I do talk about my medical stuff and the things going on is to relate to other people dealing with things like that too. Not to I'm not trying to garner sympathy or um whatever else goes along with that. I've just truly found other people that I called two people that have CRPS I found on here, so they can relate to what I've been dealing with, what I dealt with trying to get a diagnosis, the pain that I suffered and not knowing what was wrong with me. Um, and now telling what my life is like now that it's under control and what's been done, that maybe that will help someone. So she lost over 2,000 subs, lost in less than 3 weeks. Jolene says that is one of the fastest lol count drops as she's seen. Yeah, I, I, I mean, I don't think Cryfart even went down that fast. That's a lot. I just, and see, to me, like, I'll be honest, I don't even look at my numbers besides my subscriber count. And that's only the time I even look at my subscriber count is when like someone brings up, especially like this week, I've looked because the few people that have put out announcements that I'm so close to 500 before. Once I got over 100, thanks to Baker, shout out to Broken Baker. You're awesome. Um, he's redirected to my channel a few times to get me subscribers. He was the one that got me over 100, made me cry. And but other than that, like, I actually even hate when I first started streaming, I even hated the fact that StreamYard puts the little number, like how many viewers you have, because especially when you start and you maybe have 0 or 1 or 2, that number staring back at you is a little intimidating. I hate it, but you can't turn it off. Um, so I learned not to look at it. So there are times when I've been streaming and had way more people, and I was like, holy shit, I have like 40 some people in here. Holy fucking moly, like that's crazy. And I get so excited because, and like, I have to kind of steal this from Baker because he says so appreciative that even one person wants and is interested in what he has to say. And I feel so grateful that not only have I found people I can relate with and have a conversation with on here, that people come back and want to hear what I have to say. It's the coolest thing. And I appreciate each and every one of you that hang out with me, whether it's for 10 minutes or 5 hours. It means the world to me. 464 now. Yay! 36 more to go. Woohoo! I'm so excited. It's getting so close now. I'm actually getting like butterflies in my stomach. Like, holy crap. Yay! Aw, oh, thanks, Bob. I appreciate you. Like, that's how I feel about my chat. My chat is magnetizing to me. That's why I end up streaming for so long. I'll go live and be like, oh, maybe I'll go on for an hour or two. but I get so like I get stuck with you because I just want to keep talking to everybody. I love it. Oh, Nicola, you guys are so sweet. This is what I'm saying. You guys are just the most amazing people. I mean, I've had some negative experiences now that I, on YouTube, and um I've said a couple times that I was warned, you know, about the YouTube world. Um so, there is some negative that goes along with it, but I have to say that for the most part so far, and I hope it stays that way, everything has been amazing. Everything has been amazing. I've met some amazing people. When I went down to Tennessee, I got to meet some amazing people in real life, like the baker and expert and Will the Glare and Shane Reynolds and Nikki C. And I can't wait. Hopefully next year I'll be able to afford to go and meet more people. Old Dog says, it's nice to hang out here and talk to all kinds of people. That's it. That's exactly it. Like and that's why I fully encourage um everyone. Like even if you have differing opinions, I have no problem with people that disagree with me or um so we can have a conversation because I can have a conversation with somebody who disagrees with me as long as you can talk to me like an adult and not call me names or um yell at me or um you know all the things. Because just like I say, I love learning new things. There are people out there, you guys can teach me something that I don't know. Like Bob the Popo taught me something about the law today. I learn all kinds of things from people, chatting with people. It's awesome. Like really fun and good people here in chats. Yes. What I've learned about YouTube from not being a YouTuber, you will have some negative experiences, but they will be learning experience and a way to weed out the. Yes, exactly, Nicola. Exactly. Just like life. I mean, it's just like life. Nothing in life is perfect. Nothing in life is always happy, sunshine, and roses. Um, but you take something from it. You learn and you grow and you move on. And that's how it should be. Unfortunately, there's just some people that, just like in the real world, that just don't know how to do that. That want to stick to one thing, to be in the middle of drama or cause drama, create drama, to cause friction between other people. And you have to take the good with the bad. I guess that's the biggest thing I learned. You have to take the good with the bad because mostly so far with for me, it's been good. Aww. This is one of the nicest chats, and the fact we can speak to people all over the world still blows my mind. Me too. Like the amount of people that I have met that aren't even from America, like it's so crazy. Nicola and my other Nicola Maxwell, and then Bab Dazzers, a lot of people. Like there's just tons. It's so crazy to me. Of course, Baker, Shane Reynolds is from Australia. Melissa Jane, like it's so great. Like I feel the same way, Nicola. Like just even you reading your comment and thinking about all the people and all the different places that I talk to people from now or talk to and where they're like all the different places they're from. And considering that I've never basically been anywhere. I've never been anywhere out. I mean, I take that back. I've obviously been to Canada. Everyone in Michigan goes to Canada, especially when they're 19, because it's only 19. You only have to be 19 to drink and gamble over in Canada, and it's so close. Um, I went to Jamaica on my honeymoon, but that's it. I've been to, I think I counted how many states I've been to. I think it was 14. Let me think. Let me see if I can count real quick. Okay. So if we include Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, um, Georgia, Texas, Colorado, California, Indiana, Illinois. I think that's 13. And I've driven through parts of Missouri and Alabama. And then I've taken the train through Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Arizona, New Mexico. So the only the only state out of those that I've been out in, we got off the train in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but we didn't go anywhere. I mean, we are just on the train stop. Um, they had these. It was really early in the morning, so it was actually kind of cool because it would have been really, really hot. But it was like 75 degrees, and it was like 6 in the morning, and these people had like tables set up of like homemade jewelry, and my mom loves turquoise. Like she my mom, when she was a little girl, she wanted to be an American Indian. She didn't know that, that's what how you're born. um but she loved, like, she had like these pictures that she had in her living room, um of these American Indian chiefs. She just adored them, but she loved like that kind of jewelry, especially turquoise, which was her favorite. And when she saw these tables of homemade jewelry on her way to California, she's like, no, we got to go look. And she bought, I remember what these earrings, exactly what she bought. They were absolutely gorgeous little drop earrings. And she got me, I think it was a bracelet. I remember what it looks like, but like all of a sudden I can't remember if it was a bracelet or a necklace. I think it was a bracelet. But it's really cool. So technically I've been to Arizona. I mean, New Mexico. I'm sorry. I said Arizona. Ooh. Okay. Where did I leave off? Oh, what language? Wait, what? Hold on. Um, you're not allowed to attack the chat or Scarlet, but you're allowed to say the F word in a rant. Yes. I only have one rule on my channel. If anyone is ever new listening to this, you are allowed to swear as much as you'd like, because I swear like a trucker. I say trucker, not a sailor. I know that's like a saying. People say I swear like a sailor. I don't know. I always say trucker. Whichever. Um, it just flies out of my mouth sometimes, especially now that my son is grown and out of the house. Like, I don't have to watch, saying the word fuck all the time. So now it just flies out sometimes, especially when I'm on a rant. But yeah, so the number one and only rule really is don't disrespect me or my chat, and mostly just my chat. Um, yeah, that's it. Can I share my frustration? I'm going to anyway. Yes, of course you can. I'm on a word matching game on Duolingo, and I've been on level 7 for 2 hours, and I can't get to level 8. Oh no, I hate that. I play games on my phone too, Nicola, and I hate when I get stuck on a level. Like, it drives me flipping crazy. I try not to go to those websites that have like the walkthroughs, but I have to admit I have done that when I get to that point where I've done it for a couple hours and I just get so fucking pissed that I'm like, I can't, I just need to move on. Otherwise, I'm going to give up, kind of thing. So I would recommend, if you haven't already, YouTube is a good one for finding out how to pass a level on games, even if it's like a language game like that. Trust me. Um, if not on YouTube, you can normally find some sort of like walkthrough website. People make money. Like that's how they make their money. They literally just play games and all they do is stream the levels so that you can see how to win them. It's pretty cool if you need it. I didn't know you could I didn't know they had like a word matching game on Duolingo. That's the language app, right? Where you learn a foreign language. Oh, Russian. Okay, you have to match so many words within 1 minute and 45 seconds. I get to the last few and I run out of time, but I'm determined. It's a good job. I'm not a gambler. Yeah, I love board games. Like I play a lot of those. I talked about this before because in Baker, if you've ever been in Baker's chat where he puts that anagram word game up, I play a lot of those. Um, where you have to like you just swipe the letters. They like put the a bunch of letters in a circle and you make as many words as you can out of out of 5 or 6 letters or whatever. However, it's the time limit thing that gets me. I normally refuse to play games with a time limit because that's what aggravates me more than anything is if it's not that I can't really do it, it's that I can't do it fast enough. So yeah, I try to avoid those. So Russian, I can't. Russian's got to be another hard language. I I've talked about how German was really hard for me and why it was hard for me, and that's because of the way the English language is, and we have the word the and a and an. Okay, so that's basically 3 words. Okay, um, but in German you have the masculine, feminine, and neutral. And then, so not only do you have 3 categories, you then also have singular and plural. So it's five different categories that these words can be in just to say the or a. It's crazy. But at least with German, you have the same alphabet. Now they do teach you the alphabet first when you learn German. The alphabet is not like the alphabet's the same except for the umlauts over the vowels, but the pronunciation or the sound of each letter is different. Besides counting, that's another thing I can still do to this day in German is say the alphabet. But with Russian, same with like how I talk about my brother who speaks Japanese, learning a whole different alphabet, whole different characters, I don't even know how people do it. I'd love to learn Russian, but languages are so hard for me to learn. I just can't. Yeah, good for you improving. Exactly. Like I really would. I even tried to download or I did download um it wasn't Duolingo. It was the other um what's that other app? Language learning app. Shit. I can't remember the name of it. But I downloaded it and tried to learn a little bit of Spanish just because I was told Spanish is pretty easy to learn. So I thought, oh, let me try that. No. I would sit there and I would know it for like that day. I would go through a lesson and then do the little quizzes and I would know it and then the next day I'd forget the entire thing. What I really wanted to learn, I'm gonna be totally honest. I want to learn the rest of sign language. I've known some sign language since kindergarten. My mom taught me the alphabet when I was little. And then my kindergarten teacher, um, I would get bored in school because I wanted to learn, as always. And in kindergarten, when, it was time to play, I would always ask, apparently, the teacher. I don't remember this particularly, but my mom would tell me the story. I do remember my teacher teaching me some sign language. I do remember parts of that, but I didn't remember why. Um, but I would complain to my mom that I was so bored. I didn't want to just play, I wanted to learn. And so my mom had told my kindergarten teacher that she was teaching me sign language, and my kindergarten teacher knew sign language. And so she taught me some. I have to admit, though, because even with what I know in sign language, including the alphabet, I still have to like think and process. Like the people that can spell things out with the alphabet and sign language really fast, like their fingers just move so fast. I can't do it. I have to consciously think about each letter. So even though I know them, I can't do it quickly. I can do it like I can do the alphabet with my fingers very quickly, like in a row. But if I go to spell out a name or a word, I have to take each letter as it comes. I can't just, you know, I would say rattle it off, but you know what I mean. Can't help, only speak Spanglish. Zach tried to teach me some Spanglish the other day, and on my last stream with him. And yeah, I think he taught me one kind of word, and I can't even remember it. I would recommend Duolingo. It's very interactive. I've been learning 50 days. I could read the Russian alphabet within a few days, and I'm rubbish with language. I'm going to check that out, Nicola. I really am. I would love to do something like that, especially if they have games to learn. Like that's cool. I like that. Serbian and Japanese are the top of my list for languages to learn, but I think I just keep dreaming that one day. Yeah, that's how I've been with sign language for so long that I've been dreaming about learning sign language for a really long time. Um, but I just can't. I just don't end up doing it. You can even learn chess and Klingon and practice maths on Duo. Wow. Oh my God, I'm going to go download it after I'm done streaming. Seriously. I'm all excited now. I'll stick to my Tetris. It's simple and I'm kind of good at it. I suck at Tetris. I'll be honest. I mean, I I used to be really good at it. You know, Tetris came out, when I was little, and it was the coolest thing ever. um, but yeah, nowadays I'm not so good at it because I'm fine until the speed gets so fast that I get so anxious. And it's the same thing with the timing. When you play a game that is has a time limit, it's the same problem. I start to get extremely anxious, and then I just fuck up. Do you still play Tetris with a joystick? I speak sign language as much as Turtle Boy does. PC and keyboard with touches. See the keyboard would be even harder. Like I have a hard time with touchscreen Tetris. Like I downloaded that one new Tetris game. Um Tetris Party, I think it is. And all you have to do is touch the screen. You don't even have to worry about picking up your fingers to like click the arrows on the keyboard and stuff, and I still suck at it once it gets too fast. But then having to worry about like clicking the correct buttons, like left, right, whatever. Oh, Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's got to be harder with a keyboard. I wouldn't know. I'm so used to the keyboard. So, yeah, I think for most of us, it would be harder with the keyboard. That's for sure. Anyways, guys, it's 6:30. I should probably get some food in me and relax for the evening. But I love you guys. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are amazing. And hopefully Zach won't be gone for too long. He'll be joining me for my 500 party, he says. So we're going to hold him to that. But if anyone asks where Zach is in the next 30 days, just let him know that he's okay. He's just taking a break from the chats. And yeah, I'm I'll probably be going live tomorrow afternoon sometime. Um Not sure. I want to see what I want to do is do my 2 o'clock afternoons, and then when I do a nighttime stream, do them at like 9:30. But as much as I keep trying to make a set schedule, it somehow gets messed up. So if for any reason you're not in my Discord and you'd like to be, send me an email and then I will send you a link because I've been trying to be good about putting my lives in there as well as on my Twitch bot account. Um, but yeah, and it's hopefully subscribe, turn on notifications, and I know YouTube though is very, very bad about sending notifications. I don't get half of mine, so hopefully they'll fix that soon. But you guys too, Old Dog, Nicola, Lily, thanks for being here. All of you guys. Thanks to Zach for hanging out with me today. And I'll see you guys all soon. Love you guys. Bye.